Masters, masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters, masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse.
Hey everybody, it is Saturday at 3 p.m. Welcome to Masters of the Metaverse here on Hyper RPG. We are so excited to play with you guys today. I was thinking about for April Fool's Day that we could do 5 GMs and 1 player, but
that would be awesome.
For you, it would be great. It would be a really crappy show really quickly.
Yeah, how about next time that you make us all switch character sheets? One of us takes your place and you take one of ours.
Yes!
I think we could actually start building towards that as a mechanic. I would be very happy to introduce that into the show.
Like, you guys roll some stuff.
You know, having more redundancy is a good thing. So I would be totally up for it. We just have to start figuring out how to make that happen.
It would be super meta.
It would be.
It would be.
Well, point too. I think that would be entertaining.
I also want to just see you play us.
My impressions of each.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to see that. I'm gonna be honest. I think that would hurt.
I would be afraid to do
both
impressions of Sarah because of not being able to being stuck on the couch that night.
It's always a likely consequence.
Yes. So, welcome, guys. It's so good to have you here. If you've not caught the show before, this is a crazy mashup meta show that we have been doing for the last month, and we are so excited to keep playing with it today. The long and short of it is that this is a show based around a modified version of Tri-Stat, and so rolling low is better than rolling high. The degree of success on your roll is important, so making your roll by the skin of your teeth is not going to be as successful as making it by 10, 15, 20 points. Each one of the performers here is playing 2 characters. They are embodying a meta-pilot who is going through this special high-tech thingamabobber. I sound like Cade. It's a thing. That is now dropped into an avatar in a different reality. And so they are able to draw from their abilities as both that player, that meta-pilot, and also that avatar. How effective they are at either of those abilities, drawing from those 2 identities, is determined by where they are on these little spectrum scales in front of them. And there are many ways for them to be slid back and forth on that thing. There are things in the store that you control and will determine their ability to do that. Related to that, a couple changes to the store again today, because we like changes. So starting today, any one of the player-specific buffs that is purchased will still allow them to do whatever special thing they could do before, but it will also allow them to put themselves anywhere they want on the spectrum.
Anywhere?
Oh, finally, we get a break!
So they will be able to do that.
That's cool.
Additionally, the player-specific trolls that are there will still do what they did before. Lag will, I have to go, lag will be the roll twice, never mind. Lag and buffering will still do what they did before, but those things will also make that player be randomly placed on their spectrum. So both the specific helps and the specific trolls are having some impact in that regard. I just realized I didn't put up the Patreon so that I can see what your guys' individual things are.
Oh, yes.
So, those of us involved in the show right now, we are going to start bringing in people from outside, from other shows and things like that, but those of us who are up here right now and been playing in this crazy universe, we were all involved with Zombie Orpheus Entertainment.
Yes.
Who is a local film production company in the Seattle area.
We're truly international now.
Oh yeah, some of us
We're filming a movie in Mongolia right now.
That's true. We just got done shooting a film in Mongolia. And
we did some stuff in Scotland, right?
Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
They are different.
Wow.
And
I don't know if I want to be standing next to this racist.
So some things to let you know then, for you guys to know about your buffs for today. Oh, also in case anyone's wondering, James Dean, who was here last week, His schedule is such that we're going to be having James pretty much every other week.
Yeah.
It's just the long and short of that. We miss him already, James.
We do.
I don't know that you'll watch this, but if you do, you are missed.
Hashtag we missed you. Hashtag
Yes,
hashtag
yes.
hashtag.
And
It
your
was
coat.
cold
And your
that
coat.
night.
Yes,
And
but
the coat.
but
And
just
the
to let
selfies
you know,
constant.
Crash from the Patreon backers.
Yeah.
Going down the Patreon backer buffs.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So the Patreon backers, Crash, have given you 10 points of bonus hit points,
So armor.
armor effectively.
Okay.
Jenica, you have 20 points,
Oh. Thanks.
and I have
I'll
20
take it.
points, which I'll use for just one character.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
And Rosie, you have 10 points.
Sweet.
And then Aquamarine, you have a single +2 that you can use at some point today.
Let's do.
And
Gesundheit.
yeah. Now I'm remembering that DFA episode with Iggy and never mind. You were cursing at him.
Sneeze.
Never mind. Someone in chat knows what I'm talking about, so that makes me happy.
Oh, now I remember what you're talking about.
Aquamarine, you have
Yeah.
a single +2 that you can use, and remember you can use these after the result is
Right.
known.
They're
Great.
very, very handy.
Crash, you have a +5 that you can use.
In addition to my 10 hit points?
Yes.
Yes.
Patreon backers, I love you. I love you so much.
Jebediah, you have a +2. Jenica, you have a +3.
Ooh, thanks.
Rosie, you have a +2. And I have a +7.
Of course,
Of course he does.
I don't know, it's pretty cool. Oh, no, Rosie, I'm wrong. You have a +3.
Okay.
Thank you, Patreon.
There was a
Patreon.
mistake in there. That's right. Okay. So we got those all hacked out and such. So that is the stuff. As we talked about last week, we are introducing on the show now, we have our golden waffles that you can unlock depending on where you are in
sounds-
your
That's
Kinda
what I
dirty.
didn't prepare
And
for this week.
delicious.
golden waffle, not golden shower, golden waffle.
It's just still.
Golden waffles are delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it. Waffles, that's what I'm talking about.
I know,
here.
I know.
Waffles.
Okay. Those unlock at $500 and at $1,215 at $1,215. If we raise
That's
that
an
many
odd
tips, yes, it
We
is.
got one of them, the first one pays the cast, and the second one pays Zoe.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's a celebratory thing. At $500, we've raised enough tips to cover the cast, and at $1,215 because of the breakdown with Zoe and Hyper and how the tips work out. And at $1,215, Zoe breaks even on the show,
Oh, there you go.
which is always nice.
Yes, all right.
So, and we hit that last week, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was exciting for us.
Thank you.
You know,
So what happens at those?
that's when we will. Oh yes. So some of you were here last week and saw that. That is when we will come up with a song about one of you in chat and how awesome you are.
Because you
and,
are.
And we will sing you a song about the loveliness that is you. So thank you for that. And I've been asked by Blue Banded B to remind you that if you are a Hyper RPG subscriber, that there is a Twitch message about a survey to fill out. So please do the survey is what I'm reminding you to do. And
Okay.
that's what I have on that.
Should we all stop and do the survey right now also?
We could.
I already did the survey.
Oh man, you're such an
did.
overachiever.
I am.
Yeah.
That's
I really
why.
am.
That's why you're the storyteller.
That's true.
That's why you master the game.
And when you fill out the survey, feel free to put down that you watch this show because that helps us. So there you go. That's all of the intro stuff to drop. Let's
Play.
go play. Sounds like fun. We'll reintroduce everyone at the end of the show.
Okay, perfect.
So last week, where did we end last week?
Reddit lab.
Reddit let us dead.
That is right. Last week we had the amazing revelation as the team completed the labyrinth that they found themselves in and triumphantly defeated the Minotaur through.
very charming.
Yes, very charming.
He was really nice.
Drinking Minotaur who nonetheless tried to kill you with a battle axe.
But politely.
Politely kill
And
you with a battle axe.
that was his mistake.
Yeah.
That was the thing. He should have just gone for the.
He should have just let us drink the tea and let us walk through.
Just wasn't his
There you go.
personality.
That would have saved him a pretty severe ass beating.
See, drink the tea. Now I'm thinking about Aquamarine as a cult leader drinking the Kool-Aid. That's kind of. That's not really.
I make
I
the
make the
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
And it's always red.
And it's blue.
blue.
Aquamarine.
The blue.
Yeah, no, it makes sense with the name and the hair.
I like that. So at the end of last week, the team found themselves in a labyrinth, going through various impediments to their progress. They managed to defeat a group of mini-tars, a swarm of zombies, a whole bunch of turrets, Turrets.
They shot rainbows.
They did
And swear
eventually.
words.
And we ran through them.
Because that would have been
Tourette's, yeah. And at the end, they did have this final fight with the Minotaur, and eventually with Johnny Legion, who showed up to try and take down Riptide yet again.
That guy.
I believe the Minotaur at the end was drop kicked in the happy sack.
It was drop kicked in the happy
bounced
stack.
off the wall and into a big pile of Johnny Legion
of Johnny
clones.
Legions.
Yeah.
And the doors, the
And don't forget-
siren went off.
Johnny Legion had a massive hangover the next
He
night.
yeah, he
did,
was
yes, because he
sad.
compelled Johnny Legion to drink himself Maggie style.
Into a
Yep.
stew.
Oh,
Yes, I forgot about that.
hardcore.
And so the doors swung open, and as you may recall, pardon me, a group of soldiers came in, a group of security officers, and they took Bombshell and Hex into custody.
And am I back in Bombshell now?
Yes, you were
Okay.
back into
'Cause
Bombshell.
I was
Hex is
something
back
else.
into Hex.
Oh, good.
I was Bombshell.
Yes,
That's
you may
great.
recall at the end of the episode, everybody was outside of their
Right, we
avatars.
weren't
They were
ourselves.
slapped into somebody else for a while. But that's where we find ourselves today. Is we open today in a police precinct, where Bombshell and Hex have been let in.
Are we cuffed?
Depends. How accommodating have you been?
Oh, Bombshell will be very accommodating.
Okay.
I'm accommodating only because none of them can see my giant bunny.
Yeah, I mean, cuffing you in some ways does seem pointless.
It does, because
Especially in your case, it would just be like swarm. Yeah.
I can just see her being
Hair,
so
don't care
accommodating.
about good rules. Hashtag Aquabuff.
Nice.
Thank you.
I can
Thank
just
you.
picture her like, oh, these cuffs are a little tight. Would you like me to thin my wrists for you?
Yes.
no, I'm just being very polite.
Would you like me to cuff myself?
I am convinced of my own innocence.
Yes.
I should
Yes.
not be able to break these.
So, so you guys find yourself pulled into the police precinct, and before you're brought into questioning, you have an opportunity between the two of you to see if you can convince the police to allow you to be questioned both in the same room or in the more traditional style of in individual interrogation rooms.
I need a supervisor. I'm 12.
That's what I was gonna say that I would. Yes, she needs a guardian, and I will act in that stead. I'll be the guardian because she is 12 and needs.
I like
Guardian.
that actually. Give me a roll. Since you're in the middle, you can use either.
Do we have any meta points?
Nope, you've got
No.
nothing to play with yet. You've just got that one aqua aura. Give me a roll on something, psychology, intimidation,
Okay.
whatever route you are
that's fair.
taking,
Well, I have
and give yourself a
psychology.
+4 circumstance bonus for that
Okay, so
reference to the fact that we do have a minor in play. That's quite good.
so +4 is good +4 or
Yes,
bad
good
+4?
plus-
Anytime I say bonus, it's good.
Okay. Okay. So I got an 8. My psychiatry is 14.
What did you roll?
So I beat it by 10.
Oh yes, absolutely. They are very convinced. Yes, it would make sense that this minor should have some sort of guardian. I think she probably
and it
is an
should be, you
emancipated
strange
minor.
android.
She's what?
You probably are an emancipated minor, I'm guessing, Hex, but
Parents.
parents.
Legally, she should be with the guardian, and I will act in that capacity.
Okay, great. So you, the two of you, are led off to an interview room, and you're sat down at a kind of a bit of a beaten up steel table with a couple of chairs, and they aren't going to go too hardcore on you just yet, but they ask if you'd like any coffee or water, anything like that.
I am a robot and do not need such sustenance. Thank you, though.
I would like some bubble gum.
Give me a bubblegum roll. It's one of your skills, isn't
It
it?
is. Boy bands and bubble gum.
Yeah, it's one of the, what the hell? Go for it.
Should have asked for a boy band.
14, so I beat it by 1.
Yeah, screw it. Sure, why not? They're trying to be accommodating. I mean, you are a minor, and it's a serious situation, but whatnot. So one of the cops takes pity on you. He's an older guy. He's got grandkids your age, and so he reaches in and he pulls out a hard candy or two, and then eventually he does
It
find.
said bubble gum, not hard candy.
He does find some, sugar-free bubble
Be
gum.
polite to your
Oh, wait, no, he's
Sugar-free?
older, so it's not sugar-free. There you go. So he gives you
Okay.
it's like a thing of Bazooka Joe or something.
Does it come with a comic?
Yes.
Great.
I make the comic come to life and escape.
You found my plan.
The comic is actually about Johnny Legion.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It's it's a weird thing. But so they sit you down, and so the two of them start asking you some questions, and they would like to understand exactly how the two dead figures, Reddit Lad and one of the Chans, how they came to have some of your nano wasp, and as well as that soul damage from Mercy.
Would you like me to answer that question?
Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to do a skill challenge.
Okay.
And so what I need from you guys is you have the opportunity to use some of your skills now.
Okay.
So basically, we're in combat now, in a manner of speaking. It's not a. It's not
we
a.
are fencing with words.
Yeah, we're fencing with words. Thank you, Bombshell. And the idea being then that you are able to. You are able to use any of your skills to get through this. However, if you succeed on a skill, you cannot use that same one again for this challenge.
For this challenge.
So you can use each one once.
That means I can cast one spell.
You need 5 successes
5.
before you get to 3 failures.
Okay.
You follow
and we
me?
don't have meta points yet. So
No,
we're
you've
rolling
got
our
next to
big
nothing.
crappy
Aquamarine
12s.
has 1 buff, and that is it. So we will see how you play this out. I have faith in you.
Oh, I just don't have faith in the
Do you
12s.
still have telepathy?
Yes.
So we can telepathically talk.
Yes.
Great.
So we can communicate
would you like
these
me to
things.
cast this spell?
I think that is an excellent idea.
Okay, I would like to cast the spell.
And you know what, QQ, go ahead and throw the audio up for things already.
Alright.
I like that spell.
If I only get to cast one spell, I'm casting this one.
The miner has a good plan. Bombshell approved.
Alright, so should I just cast my spell?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Excellent.
It's your dime. You go right ahead.
Okay. You will believe us. Anything we say is true. We are innocent.
Okay, give me your spell.
That's 10. So I beat it by 9.
Nice.
Halfway to a hashtag meta meltdown. Let's be sure to time it for best potential chaos, everyone. Hashtag Websing.
Thank you.
Meta meltdown. So I just say that out loud, and they just don't know that it casts. A spell.
Yeah, sure. So you cast your spell, and So in the interrogation room, there's 2 cops. The good cop, the bad cop, of course.
Right. Of course.
They are just kind of your generic, middle-aged, police officers like you might see in a comic book, actually. Both of them have the nice little thin mustaches. The only facial hair they're allowed to grow, which is sad. It's the reason I would never go into law enforcement, actually.
Right.
But yeah, so while you're there, they offer you, or excuse me, so they start saying, okay, so ladies, you do understand why you're here right now, correct?
Indeed. You have found evidence that we have been connected to the fallen victims.
Yes. So if you could please explain to me and my partner here, why is it that your nano wasp were on the deceased?
They were being impertinent.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but there's like a green room area for our show, and sometimes, like I put my sword down because I have to pee, and like taking your sword to the bathroom is really uncomfortable, and it just takes up a lot of room. So I probably just left my sword in the green room, and them being boys meant they're not very smart, and they probably just played with it, and then they cut themselves, and then they lost some soul.
And that will be a success for your spell.
Also, like Reddit Lad probably, her wasps, I don't know if you've seen this, but they are everywhere, like all the time. So he probably just like grabbed one and put it on his butt.
No, that is not what happened.
No, it's totally what happened.
That's not what happened.
I think you could use this. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you.
Yay!
That's totally what happened, Bombshell.
The truth works too.
That is the truth. Remember, they believe everything we say. We're innocent.
We are innocent. That is why the truth is fine.
So you do have 1 meta point you could use if you wanted to try and tweak yourself on where you are at the moment.
Maybe when we get to another.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. Okay.
So that's what happened.
Okay, thanks. Bombshell, you were saying something about there being another side of the story. Is that correct?
Indeed.
So let's hear it. What do you have to say about the situation?
My sole purpose is to help people. In fact, even bad people, people that are not currently making good choices.
Thank you for all the amazing work you do on the show every week.
Oh,
Here's to start them off building up some hashtag MetaPointS.
oh, thank you very much.
Awesome. Sole purpose. Hold on.
Oh,
Even people that are not making smart choices, I want to help them make smarter choices. So, when Reddit Lad and the 4chans were being impertinent and rude and crass and terrible, I sent 1 nano wasp each to them to bite them in the tushy so that they could learn from their mistakes and make better choices. I would never, ever kill someone because then they could no longer make a smarter choice.
Give me a roll on that.
Based on
Choose your skill. How are you approaching that? Is that? It seems to me that you're trying to.
criminology, because that would be about crimes.
I tell you what. Give me an opposed.
Diplomacy?
Give me a soul roll. Because you're trying to be very sincere here. You're just approaching it from a
Okay.
straightforward truth standpoint.
All right, I think I'm gonna.
Use them or lose them.
You can use a point if you want.
I know, but I don't know how far away from Jenica I want to go.
Well,
She's got
make a
some
call.
good stuff. I'm leaving it. Okay, and I'm making a soul roll.
Okay.
I failed by 5.
Okay. So am I to understand then that you decided basically to be a vigilante in this situation and throw some of these nano wasps, as you refer to
No,
them, onto these other competitors?
She's also built for protection.
Today was a bad day. Thank you, I needed this sometimes. Ignorance is bliss. After the Limericks EP, I can only tip with rhymes. But I'm sure you won't mind that this time. So let's have fun, but I must remain impartial. Hashtag MetaMeltdown. Happy Fools, y'all.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, impartial.
Yeah,
I like the rhyme.
She's clearly built for protection. I mean, look at her. I mean, like, older boys, really. Look at her. Okay? Built for protection, right? So I don't know if you know this. Oh, yeah. But Reddit Lad called me a whore. I am 12. Okay? She saw her comrade.
Where is their lawyer? Hashtag Rosie Buff. Hashtag Danica Buff.
Thank you.
What above said.
She saw her comrade hurt, destroyed. I didn't even know that word existed or what it really meant. But from the reactions of my team, it was bad.
We
okay?
like to protect the
And
innocence
she,
of the children.
she protected me. Look at her. She could have destroyed them, but instead it was just a little bite on the butt. Look.
Give
would
me
never
another
destroy
soul
anyone.
roll, Hex,
Okay.
with a +4 bonus.
A soul for Hex.
Yes, for invoking your compatriarch's assets into the equation.
Okay, and I get a +4. Okay.
Wouldn't it only be a +2?
They're worth 2 each.
I'm also gonna.
I had a straight face right until then.
I'm gonna use one of my Rosie buffs because I'll get a +4 as well because I really want to make this.
Okay.
So I'm using a Rosie buff.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
So that means I get a +3.
And you can also that also means you can put yourself
put yourself
wherever
wherever
you
you
want on your.
Yeah, it does. I'm gonna roll first. So that is a 7.
Oh, that was a, holy crap! I just realized that was a big buff that you got there.
Yeah.
That wasn't just one. It was. Oh, you see it right there.
Yeah.
I can't see.
I know that you guys
you've
can
got
see
3.
it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Damn!
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Aristotle. Wow.
So technically, I had a +8 and I rolled 7. So I beat it by 15.
Oh yeah, definitely a big old success.
And I get to move anywhere I want.
Yes, you do. You can put yourself wherever you want on there. You can approach this from Hex. You can approach this from Rosie.
Because this is skill based, I don't want to go all the way over.
That makes sense.
Because I want to be able to use more skills.
Yeah, yes.
And it totally makes
Having
sense.
access to both sets of skills is really handy.
Very useful.
Cool.
Now, you bring up a good point there, little lady. So am I to understand then that there's been some, apparently the other cop has a bit of a drawl.
Apparently.
He transferred from
He did.
somewhere in Georgia.
This is cop number 2. Didn't know it. He's He's from South King County. He's a good old boy from the Enumclaw Plateau. So, okay there. That's where I grew up. That's why it happens if I'm not paying attention.
Is that why we always have to stop for horses?
You know that my middle name Philip does actually mean.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you just got so friggin' confused.
She was just coming to my
Right.
defense.
That's what it was. So I understand, little lady, that that the deceased were harassing you.
Indeed.
They were
Interesting.
unseemly gentlemen.
And let's be real. Right. Okay. So you found one
I have many.
tiny nanobot. Now, if you would just turn around and bend over, I will pinch your butt, and you will see there's no way that could kill someone.
That is why I sent them. To help
Uh,
them learn better.
That's not
Choices.
going to happen.
Okay, well, can you pinch your own butt? You'll see it doesn't look nothing. I mean, it's annoying, but you can't die.
They're legitimately confused as to why you're choosing this route in your defense.
12.
She's 12.
Yeah, it's true. So that's actually, you can take a +2 circumstance bonus the next time we do a check, simply because they are so confused by your approach. You've thrown them off balance.
Yes.
You have 2 successes so far
I do.
and 1 failure as a group.
Okay.
So, how many interactions have you had with the deceased? When did you first meet them?
I could print that out.
It's cool. She does it with her mouth.
So you just print out your log
Yeah.
of whatnot of all your interactions with them.
Here.
Um,
It's not wet.
give me a mind roll right now. As you are trying to use your inherent reliability as a
Computer?
computer to show your whereabouts on every day and time.
Can I use my computer skill plus the mind skill?
Yeah,
Okay, great. All right, that's fantastic.
yeah, go with that.
So I beat that by 8.
So they take this. Are you claiming this then as an accurate representation of your whereabouts and actions in regards to?
It is 100% accurate indeed.
Let's enter this into the log. So he sits down. Thank you. That will give you another success. You're cutting along. So describe your first interaction with the deceased.
Yeah. So he called me a whore. We went over that.
I do not
So and
recall.
it was in the
first?
green room, you said?
I don't know. We were in a room. I was with people. He called me a whore.
Now you are aware that the bodies were found in the same green room which you were discussing, correct?
No.
All of the contestants have access to that green room. In fact, if you let us go, we can help you find the actual perpetrators. Right now, we're just wasting time.
This one is for K. I mean Janika via Jebediah. DFAVOD left me so confused. Where is my no Chris Hart hat? Is there a bandsaw hidden under the table? So, assimilate and multiplicate. Hashtag Gregu, hashtag Jebediah.
No, I do not have any of those things today.
That is
Though I did
awesome.
not bring out a staple gun, pliers, or there was something else in the bag too.
It really was really surreal, on a side note, to walk back into the kitchen, look at the screen, and see you wearing a hard hat. I had no context of what was going on. But no, since you are again trying to be sincere and you failed your last attempt at this, so you could use it again, you could give me a soul roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I combine that with a police sciences skill? So that I
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, which Jenica has.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so does Bombshell because I acquired it.
Nice.
I beat it by 14.
Oh, geez. Yep, that's definitely a big success there. Okay. I forget even what we were talking about for a moment there. So they're coming along. You are doing a pretty good job of stating your case as to why you are not the two who have done this. Ladies, I really appreciate you coming into the precinct today. You've been very accommodating and very helpful. This log is quite useful. As competitors on American Sentinel, can you think of anyone else who might have reason to do any harm to the deceased?
Okay, I have to think about it. I have to think Johnny fucking Legion.
Please watch your Language. And,
Is
the
there any
police
particular reason that
precinct.
you think Mr. Legion is a person of interest?
He's a douchebag?
Watch your language, please.
Have you
Child.
seen any interactions between him and the deceased?
They were on a team once when we had to fight a giant meat bunny.
And
I mean, chicken? It was an animal made of meat.
and they broke, their group was apart. They separated and they were not working as a team. Unlike our team, which was working as a team.
A side note, they were actually in two different groups, as a reminder.
Oh.
The Chans and Reddit Lad were one group.
Oh.
Legion was working with Granny Mabel and some of the others.
Look, he's just sketchy, okay? Look at this bazooka comic. Look at him. Sketchy. Do you trust that face? No.
So, let's see. You are, in essence, then trying to... I forget what skill that would be.
Reading?
Is there a blame shifting
Yeah,
skill?
exactly.
Bluff diplomacy.
Oh, I don't think you've given me a soul check yet.
I give you
Hex.
one soul
Yeah.
check.
Or I thought it was
was-
a mind. Oh, it was soul.
Soul.
That's right. So give me a mind check then, as you were trying to use logic to.
Oh, I'm
Indicate.
using another buff. Because my mind's a little low.
Because you're 12.
Yeah.
You could give it a shot. You have one more failure
Okay.
before things go sideways for you.
Okay, so that's 14 with with the 4 is 10, and then I'm
D10.
going.
You rolled the wrong dice.
D10.
Oh, because I moved. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
You're welcome.
I still would have made it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's better. That's an 8.
Okay.
My plus 4. That is now a success by 3.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So they
Thank you for the buff.
they feel very they feel very satisfied. Thank you again, ladies. This is.
Do you
this is
need
very-
further help in your investigation?
No, we'll take it from here.
I don't mind.
We do appreciate all of your help. You're free to go.
I'm very useful.
You know, you are no longer considered persons of interest right now. We may need to ask you some more questions later on, but you've justified the soul damage and the nano wasp presence, and we appreciate you again.
As
coming
we're
in and doing
walking
that.
out, I discreetly leave a nanobot in the precinct so that it can hear what's going on.
Okay, you're gonna leave a nano wasp around. Okay.
Harvey also has a huge fart that he lets out into the room, and I turn to look at one of the officers. Rude. And then we all leave.
They look very confused, and I can't believe you just crop dusted the precinct with a 900-pound invisible bunny. That's thank you, QQ.
And
She's 12.
that bunny eats meat too, so it's not going to smell pretty.
That's true. It is a carnivore. So we pan over now. The scene we fade from the precinct, having left
12.
having left Hex and Bombshell as they are departing, and we flash over now to Kid Titan's office. Kid
the
Titan,
three of
as
us.
you may recall, is a PI,
Maybe scoot down.
a bit of a semi. If it would make you guys feel better to be together
we're
like
in the
that.
same
Yeah,
place.
this way I can like look. you
Yeah, it
know?
makes sense. And the three of you went to the office following the arrest of your comrades.
Just as a place to lay low and
Just a
get.
place to lay low.
Okay.
Aquamarine, Lady Vale is kind of a creature of the night
I love
and doesn't really have much of an abode of her own.
Oh, it isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, she tends to rely on the kindness of strangers, as it were.
Our walls.
But keep
or
in mind,
trees.
since they're like TV friends, like they get to come to the office, but they don't get to go to the loft.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
So you guys are sitting around the office. It is kind of a slightly nicer version of your stereotypical PI's office. If you ever saw Jessica Jones, better shape than that, but still, it's
But still, the door's been broken a few times.
it's a little sparse. Kid Titan has not been investing. He has made some money, from the
book.
the tell-all book. But it hasn't.
I was a teenage sidekick. It's
teenage
available
sidekick.
in bookstores everywhere, and you can get it on Kindle.
Are there many copies in the office?
Oh yeah,
There is.
No,
There's several boxes.
There's a couple of boxes of them over in the corner.
And some of those
I'm
boxes
taking
are
one.
being.
I don't want another one.
Some of those boxes are being used as makeshift furniture.
That
So
that sounds about right.
He's thrown a sheet over one to look like some end tables, and a couple are shoved together to be kind of chairs. And
This one's an ottoman.
yeah, Yeah.
You can tell because I wrote the word Onabin
You did, yeah.
on magic marker.
Yeah, there's a
on
few
the
of them that are
tabletop.
set up and it says couch.
So did you write this, or did you use one of those ghostwriter things, that writes it?
No, I just it was a bunch of my old journals and diaries from when I was a kid, and they.
Can I have it?
Oh yeah.
Can I? I mean,
$12.95.
Read it out loud.
Fucking with you.
Just-
Go ahead.
Oh.
No, don't read any of it out loud. It's bad. Read it out loud. I was her age. I was Hex's age when I started writing that thing. Most of it are from the,
That just makes me
perspective
want
of a
to hear it more.
12-year-old, prepubescent, super-powered boy. I was going through some things.
I'm figuring that by is that twat waffle?
Let me see it.
That's
Twat waffle. Really?
that was actually the name of a villain on another team.
Sir
It was-
Twat Waffle.
It was the 90s. The Riot Girl thing was just happening.
No, I get it. I'm with it.
All right, just don't
Anyway.
judge. Anyway, make yourselves at home. We should probably figure out what the hell is going on. I want to call my buddy on the force
Okay.
and see what happened to Bombshell and Hex. I know they got
Okay.
taken in for questioning. See if there's anything on the internet, anything on TV.
So, as you say that, Lady Vale, you make yourself comfortable-ish in some of the furniture and/or books, depending on your preference.
I kind of gather my wraps behind me to make a little cushion, and then I just kind of rest.
You just have a permanent Barca-lounger. over
She
you.
can totally chair it up.
Bag chair.
Yeah, I mean, the little,
It's
like
just
this,
so-
little chair, recline it.
as you do that, and then you flick on the TV,
with the wrap.
of course, and of course, whatever comes on, we all know that whatever you turn on a TV in a film or a movie or with TV, any
Relevant
TV
news.
Yeah, relevant,
it's always
pertinent
relevant, pertinent
information.
news. And so, of course, as you flick on the TV, it is the beginning of the Today Show.
Wow.
And the host, the key host of the Today Show, the former superhero known as Titan.
Bob Baker.
Is that his real name?
Mm-hmm.
Bob Baker.
Bob Baker.
Bob
It's
Titan
alliteration.
Baker is in the midst of talking to the guy who's doing the person who's doing the weather report and such, and the camera passes back over to Bob Titan Baker, and he starts to
BTB.
Yes, BTB, and he starts giving some news about the events from yesterday. Big news at American Sentinel yesterday. Huge scandal. Did you hear about this? Everybody?
Who's he talking to?
He thinks
It's quite the thing. The superhero community was shocked last night upon learning of the brutal murder of two contestants on American Sentinel. Reddit lad, crowd favorite, and one of his buddies, one of the Chans, the four Chans.
Fake news.
And the screen kicks through this montage of shots of Reddit lad and the Chans, very heavily edited to make them look heroic.
Right.
I mean, if you watch this thing, you would come away just with a.
I'll get the son
Some
of a bitch that
vomit?
did this.
Yeah.
It's the last thing I did.
Yeah, I mean, they came across sparkling from this montage.
I throw up a little in my mouth.
There you go.
Right?
You have that ability.
I do.
And as that's going on, then he talks about how it's been quite the controversy. The show on hold right now, dealing with all of this. And originally the two lowest scoring members of the show were going to be cut. But with the death of Reddit lad and one of the Chans, that's off the table. So a couple folks who were on the brink actually have survived to the next round now, which is, my understanding is the police are considering that to be a bit of a possible motive.
Who are the bottom five right now? Can we look that up on, NBC.com or whatever?
If you look that up, you do find that Lady Vale was actually in contention for being cut from the show. Because of all of her
deaths.
Her death. She had some point she was losing from dying and reincarnating.
Did you just die one time?
Twice.
I mean, 2 times. Just 2 times.
Who can keep count?
You do hold the record for the season so
But
far.
I'm just more reckless because I can just come right back.
Yep,
So who
yep.
cares, right?
Yep.
Why should that be that should be a cool thing.
They
that
don't
viewers are like,
understand your
"Ooh, she
completely
could die."
awesome methods.
Yep.
I think
They will.
it's understandable
they
that you
will.
lose points if you can't come back
But it
from
is
death.
it is an issue that she was near the end and looking to be cut because of that. And and that's the only member from your team that was on the low end.
Well,
You're gonna think I killed Reddit lad.
they're not going to think you killed
Well,
that lad.
I would have.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to call the precinct. See if I can get a hold
the
of...
show's not done yet.
Oh, isn't it?
So then So then BTB, he says, you know, so I'd like to call on since the show is in hiatus, I want to call on an old friend of mine, you know, a man I've known for years, worked alongside,
calls out
just a
Johnny
guy I really respect. Let's have a big, warm welcome for Armor Guy, my good friend the
Almost
Rivet,
as bad.
who's here to, you know, the executive producer of American Sentinel, who's here to talk to us a bit about the situation. And so Armor Guy walks out and takes a seat on the couch.
Are they smiling at each other? Are they being friendly?
there a pillow
they
on the
look
couch?
very nice for the show. They are being very nice to each other.
I hate that. Those guys can't stand each other.
And so Armor Guy sits down and he
least it's
says,
not Johnny Legion.
so Bob, how's it going? And or excuse me, Titan says, so you know, how's it going? And Armor Guy, I forget Armor Guy's real name.
Eric Masters.
Thank you. I love that you know that. I didn't remember that. Eric Masters. And yeah, he takes a sip from his little coffee cup filled with water and sits down at the desk and says, "Well, you know, it's
water.
Clearly, it's been a hard week. You know, yesterday was awful. We at American Sentinel, our thoughts and prayers go out to Reddit Lad's family and loved ones.
Bullshit.
You know, and to the Chan. We're actually organizing a memorial service for him for next week. And we will be doing a special fundraiser in his honor, and just, you know, to all of the folks who've been impacted so heavily by this, and people who've experienced hardships like Reddit Lad in life. You know, he led a pretty hard life, and we're sorry that it ended this way.
Leave this shit.
And then he goes on. He starts talking some more about the show and its history, and they're throwing him some softball questions. And he starts talking about how, you know, ever since back in the day of reckoning, when you know, that day back at the turn of the millennium, when so many superheroes and supervillains came together that day to fight chaos and died in that battle. You know, I think the show has really done a lot to restore the people's confidence in the superhero community.
I text Best Buy that I need to order a new TV immediately.
and then he goes off for a little while. You know, they're talking some more about that. They start reminiscing about the day of reckoning and there's the destruction that happened and what a glorious day it was, and the ways in which the heroes and villains came together on that one day, and all the fallout from that.
I just gotta walk by casually and slide the TV off the stand.
There's more.
Oh, it didn't break. Now we're all watching it like this.
I'm gonna put it back.
So Bob looks over at Eric and says, so, you know, is there any, you know, I gotta ask, because I noticed that it looks like one of the competitors this year is, you know, it's Kid. It's my nephew. Is he? How is that going so far? And you know, and Armor Guy says, well, you know, it's I'm not gonna lie, it was disappointing to see him on the show. You know, that book that he wrote, it was pretty disgusting. He had a lot of things to say that I don't think ever should have seen the light of day. You know, anyone would be willing to stab his fellow capes in the back like that. You know, you can't trust.
The system is corrupt.
You can't trust someone like that. You know, there's no telling what a guy
I know
like
they can't hear me. I'm sorry.
There's no telling what a guy like that is capable of.
Oh,
you know?
you son of a bitch!
And so that's kind of where it ends. The two of them, they just kind of make nice, and Armor Guy walks away, and then they bring on they bring on their next guest, who is actually one of the star coaches of American Sentinel, Dr. Migraine, who is an old friend and colleague, also of
this
Titans.
This is a guy who gets it.
Another guy, he used to be in the Sentinels. He's retired for the most part, but he's been an important coach for the show.
Superhero, total pacifist.
He retired from the Sentinels after the Day of Reckoning. You know, it was such a day of death and destruction for both the superhero and supervillain community, and he just really felt like it was time to step back from that.
It was a huge strain, even on his very powerful mind.
Yeah, and he starts talking about how, in his interview, he's actually really focused on talking about, he actually starts talking about Johnny Legion, and how it's been really inspiring to him to see the way that Johnny Legion has completed this heel turn on the show. You know, that he was being groomed to be this superhero, and it didn't seem to be fitting his personality, and he came to the producers and he asked about switching over and becoming a supervillain, and that it really it's been a good change. And Dr. Migraine says, you know, I don't normally condone the supervillain community, but I gotta say, in the case of Johnny Legion, I think he really just came into who he is, and I really gotta respect his willingness to do that.
It's excellent branding. It's great branding.
It doesn't make sense.
Good that he's come into himself and realized what a shitheel he is.
And
he's the only guy on the show who could have come into himself.
Oh,
the show breaks to commercial.
Wow.
Show breaks to commercial, and you guys are just kind of sitting there. I don't know if you mute the TV or
I do. I like as soon as that segment is over, I mute the TV and I'm like, can you believe this crap that they show on network television every day?
And then Riptide, you know,
Yes, no.
as this conversation's going on, you just kind of glance over towards the door of the office, and you notice on the ground is an envelope that appears to have been slid underneath the door while you were watching the show.
You expecting anything?
Yeah, of course I am. I'm a detective. I totally noticed that just
I
a
reach
second
out
ago.
a bandage and make it come towards us.
I should really just keep you guys around.
I like it.
Get your business
need
at least a
anything
day
else from
earlier.
over
What
there?
do we got there?
What do we have? We open up the envelope.
And
Ed McMahon style.
It is just inside the envelope is a single piece of paper written on both sides.
Oh.
On one side it says, Sentinel City Morgue, Green Room Alpha, what was missed?
These are the exact two places I was going to check.
And then you flip it over and it says, it's time for something radical, which you immediately recognize, Kid Titan, as the catchphrase from the Radicals, your bodacious teen superhero group from the 1980s.
Oh, no way.
What?
The Bodaciouses were their rival group.
Oh, the Bodaciouses.
Yeah. They were going to be the Bodacious Squad, but they found that to be pretentious.
We were
Bodacious
originally.
is much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A mystery.
So,
Old friend, probably.
So
Maybe
they're
an
trying
ex.
to give us clues.
Well, yeah, but it only
You
couldn't.
already-
It couldn't
you
have been
already know.
very many of them. But they want us to check the two places that we should check anyway, which is the green room, which is where Hex and Bombshell are probably. The reason that they're probably getting questioned is because of the green room incident, and we got to take a look at that body because from what we saw, or what we heard, is that he was beaten to death.
Right.
That's pretty nebulous. Like, there's a couple of ways you can go about beating someone to death.
It's so
Is
nebulous.
it somebody with super strength? Then there's not enough of them to check. Is it, or was it something else done and then somebody beat them up to cover up what was actually done? They could have been poisoned, they could have been shot, stabbed, anything.
Yeah, let's go look at the body.
So, yeah.
In the midst of this, you hear over those nanowasps that are in your ears and such, Bombshell's perky voice, letting you know that they have gotten out of questioning and been released from the precinct.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hi.
We're at my office, but we're headed over to the city morgue.
We have, of course, been released because we are innocent.
Are you
course.
okay?
Of course.
Okay.
No, they killed Hex.
We did not kill. Nobody killed Hex. She is just fine.
Well, okay, wishful thinking. Let's go.
Wait. Oh, so we're going to the morgue?
Wishful thinking.
You couldn't hear that.
Why not nano thing in my ear?
Oh, that's right. You could communicate with each other. I'm
I was
sorry.
hoping
Yeah,
she
my
could
bad.
hear it. I wouldn't have said it if she couldn't hear it.
So, are we meeting you at the morgue?
That's just rude.
Take solace. It will be okay. We will find
green room
them.
Yeah,
first
don't
or
be
morgue?
rude.
Morgue first.
Morgue first,
I
body.
gotta see this body before it decomposes too much.
Yeah, let's go see
Okay.
the body.
Excellent.
Okay, so you guys all are going to go meet at the morgue?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll meet you at the morgue.
So you head over to the Sentinel City Morgue.
Can you believe he said he was disappointed to see me on the show just out loud on national television like that?
Can you believe
So-
you said you wish I was dead?
We're
I
trying.
was clearly kidding. I was pointing out your tendency to be mischievous.
You should know that as an adolescent, her feelings are very volatile. You should be more careful when addressing her.
Only because she could turn me inside out with a few misplaced words.
Or hurt her feelings.
She's pretty cool.
I know.
I know you know.
Let's
So
go
the
see dead
body-
bodies.
So you guys head on over to the city morgue, and you just walk in the front door. Is that-
Yeah, I mean, I've got friends on the police force, so. I'm gonna-
So you walk in, you show up at the front door, you head inside, and the receptionist says to you, "Hey, can I help you?"
Yeah, my name is Butch Baker. I'm a consultant with the police department here, and I was wondering if I could talk to Dr. Wells.
Dr. Wells is off today.
Oh, is Jennifer in? His assistant?
Nope, she's gone too. Sorry.
Oh.
They had a conference to go to together.
Oh. I'm supposed to be taking pictures somewhere today. Okay, I have a job to do still.
I don't understand what's happening.
And you take jobs.
Did
with
you
your-
need help with something?
Yeah, we're here to view a body. Get an autopsy report.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. No, that's not.
So you are
I'm Jill.
Jill.
Oh, Jill, can I change into an alt form, so kind of outside the building, and come in dressed as somebody that she would know that I could get in to go see the body?
If you know what any of those people look like.
Could Kid Titan? Oh, I have telepathy. Could I go into Kid Titan's brain and picture the people that?
You couldn't.
No.
Can I seduce Jill?
You could with her. Just
You can try.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
Dated a telepath for 6 years. You can't break in unless I want you to.
Well, you would want me to.
Yeah,
so
go
that-
for it, Aquamarine.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
/ Lady Vale. Now you're in the middle right now. Just as a reminder.
But you have a.
Is there a bathroom?
Oh,
Lady Vale's going to try and take care of the
I
situation
have
for
a
you.
I have a plus
Yes,
2.
there is a bathroom you can go to if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go into it.
I'm gonna apply
Okay,
my
go for it.
plus two to this.
Okay.
Or I can do it after.
Plus
Okay.
what?
So
Plus 2.
I just wanted to see if I
bless
could do
you.
my police contacts to see if I could get in, but
I beat it by 5.
Okay. Jill is actually okay. So yeah. So talk me through this.
Hey Jill, I know that you're not supposed to let us in, but it would be great if you did. We really need to look at this body. It's really important to us, to me, Jill. It's really important to me.
Your hair is beautiful. Is that
Thank you.
natural?
Yeah, this is natural hair. I don't wear wigs.
It's
like your hair
gorgeous.
too.
Thank
you.
you. I just did this morning. I didn't really have much time. I just kind of slopped it together.
It's a really nice bun.
Thank you. I worked hard at it. I mean, it's, at the morgue, not a lot of people come in and
Yeah.
appreciate it when you put in too much effort on the hair. And
Yeah.
so I used to get really into it, but it just didn't seem worth it.
I see you and appreciate you,
I
Jill.
appreciate that. That actually will count as a success. Now I just need a few more and you guys can get in because you've unlocked another skill challenge.
Okay, well, I'm still.
I'm using police sciences.
Does anybody's brain know anybody who has been in this building that I could?
Are there pictures on the walls? Can you
Oh!
just walk in and go to the bathroom and then come
yeah.
out? I mean, like, if there's a picture on the wall.
I like that plan.
Yes, on one of the walls you do see.
Well, we all have smartphones. I mean, I'm sure
you do
there's
see a list of. You do see some headshots of people from like the employee of the month.
I would like to turn into the employee of the month who is not away. Whichever employee is not away on the
Okay.
rendezvous business trip.
Alphonse is
Alphonse.
is a guy on the wall, and
I'm going to turn into Alphonse.
okay.
What's the receptionist's name again?
Jill.
Jill.
So you're gonna,
I'm Alphonse.
okay.
Hey, Jill.
Actually, give me a. Is it a power use roll to see how well you do the mimicking of this?
Uh-huh. Yes, I think, it's power.
Yeah. So give me the roll.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to move toward my avatar.
Okay. Using a point.
No, because I'm using my buff. Thank you, chat.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to use my buff and use the de-escalation part of my buff so that I can. It's 3 points per target.
So you're trying to give her a
I'm
penalty
giving her a
on.
penalty on.
Okay, I see what
catching
you're doing.
what I'm
yeah,
throwing.
yeah. Go for it.
Okay. So I got an 11, and I don't have a number on my power.
Your powers, I believe, isn't it at 15?
For which,
Swarm is 14, but nothing else has a number.
Oh, that whole thing.
Power
Okay,
usage.
yeah, that's right. You were asking about that before.
Power, I don't know
Alt
what that is.
form, cosmetic change appearance at will, mimic powers 5 up to 15. Yeah, so you did succeed by a bit then. You actually made him a little bit too tall.
He's wearing lifts. I'm wearing lifts, Jill, because I was starting to feel self-conscious about my height, and I was not getting the dates that I wanted because I was not tall enough, which is unfair, don't you think? So lifts help me in my life.
Alphonse, have you been drinking again?
Confidence.
Sometimes, but I'm trying to cut back.
So am I just standing there next to this new person who just came up next to me at the window?
She went to the bathroom, changed, came back. Sure, you can get yourself in.
Can I take one of these people as well?
You should take multiple of us.
Alphonse, you know that's against policy.
But Jill.
Okay, I can still communicate with them once I'm in.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah,
you're
but
all going to get in
oh.
eventually. We just got to figure out how you're all going to get in.
We all need to get in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going then.
Okay, so.
Hey guys,
You're
it's
on
neat
in.
in here. You should get in here soon. I changed back to my
Okay.
bombshellness.
Well, I can't because I was talking to the desk sergeant and you walked up right next to me pretending to be someone else. I didn't even know it was you until you started talking like a robot.
I'm in.
Jill
right?
is drunk.
No, but she's interested in you.
Oh, great. Cool. Okay, we'll ride that. I stand closer to Jill.
Just like I have to put phrasing into the computer right now.
I mean,
It starts with a P.
oh, I just realized. what I
There
said.
we go.
I meant.
Okay.
I will wait this out.
Continue with the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So you are continuing to seduce the receptionist?
I'm just near her. I'm standing closer. I'm smiling.
You
at
just
her.
got. You guys just have to come up with a way to. I mean, out of character, you just have to figure out a way to get her away from the desk, and/or to get each and every one of you in. You could sneak in. You could.
I'm really just trying to use my police contacts. That's all I've been trying to do from the very beginning. Is there a role?
So what kind of contact do you want to get involved with then?
Detectives, homicide, specifically.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you can make a phone call to Detective Wallace.
Great. I call him.
Okay.
Speed dial. Let's do it.
Yeah, totally. Kid, hey, what's going on? I thought you were on the show this week.
I was on the show this week, and then one of our contestants got murdered, and he was beaten to death. So I'd like to go take a look at the body.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Man, they've got kind of a lockdown going on.
Yeah,
down there.
yeah.
Are they letting you in at all?
No. I'm just talking to Jill here at the front desk. None of my doctor friends are in. Apparently, the people who conduct the autopsies don't work today. I would like to get in just to take a look because I don't buy this whole beaten to death thing.
Okay, yeah. Man, that's gonna be tricky.
Can you just call somebody who's in there and have them buzz me in?
Yeah, tell you what, let me give Jill a call and see if I can get her to give you at least a few minutes to get inside.
That's all I need. Otherwise, I have to get in the hard way, which is actually so much easier.
That gets messy, man. Let's not go down that road. I can't
You
do
don't
any more
need your
covering for
east
you.
wall that badly.
we don't need to get into that, kid. I can't cover that sort of thing for you. You know that.
I know.
Yeah. Let me give her a call, see if I can work something out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So you hang up. Did you have something, Hex?
I'm just gonna whisper to Kid Titan that if it doesn't work, we can just have Harvey sit on Jill and then
We're
go
not
in.
hurting any police officers today, Hex. I know, but that's not how.
hurting.
That's not
So
what we
Jill
do.
has been talking to you, Lady Vale,
Yeah.
and quite enamored by this conversation.
Good.
And then as
Making
she's
her
speaking to
feel
you,
real
her
special.
her phone rings, and she answers the phone and takes the call. And hello, Sentinel City Morgue. Really? Sorry, it's my other line. Just a second.
Hello, Sentinel City
Sentinel City
Morgue.
Morgue.
Yeah.
No, I'm not interested in changing my carrier. Thank you. She switches back. Boy, Detective, I don't know. I was told not to let anybody back there today. Really? Wow. Okay, yeah. I mean, they need to be discreet.
Wrong
Okay.
group.
Just roll this.
She hangs up, looks out at you guys. I can let you have a few minutes back there,
That's all I need.
Thank you.
but you've got to be discreet. Like, please, don't mess around with anything and whatnot. I could get in a lot of trouble.
I understand.
We don't want that, Jill.
We'll be in and out.
You really get me, don't you?
I really do.
Oh.
Thanks.
She hits a buzzer by the door and lets you guys in. And
Welcome, friends.
and so you walk your way down the hallway, and yeah, you find yourselves in the morgue.
Hooray!
I did not want to
From
start
the
without you.
bathroom, I'm just using my heightened senses on water to follow the pipes.
You're still in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, to where the actual morgue is, and then I'm just gonna go via water and come out.
Do you have that ability?
Oh yeah, dynamic power. I can literally turn myself to my 98% fluid rate. I can use things
this
inside
character
for
so much
twisting out the
sometimes.
pipes and opening up, and then
So one way or another, you guys all find yourselves in the morgue.
I'm probably coming out.
And
into the
when you get
sink.
inside, you've got your walls of lockers of bodies and such. And
I did not start without them
They keep
because
all
I
the-
wanted to be a team.
They keep all the
Exactly.
super powered ones in one area.
you were
anyway,
probably
just in case
quite
there's
able
radiation
to
leakage.
find though the
correct one?
correct vault. Yeah,
I
so you
can
pop it.
read, yes, but I
Yes.
did not open it.
Yes. So as you all arrive there, you can now open that up and pull it out.
Hey, kid. Do you want me to have him come back to life for a little bit to just tell us what happened?
Not just yet.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
You-
That's
wait,
really creepy
you can-
that you
you
can
can
do
do
that.
that?
I don't even
I
want to
feel
know.
really close to that.
I thought we could make him recreate the scene
You
for
can't
us.
imagine the penalty I will give you for trying to
Yeah.
break it that way.
And plus, he's been dead over 24 hours at this point, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
he's
so
more than
that's
just
going to make it tougher.
He's more
Magic
than
is
just mostly
magic.
dead.
It's
Yeah, I'm just looking for a few, like, things.
Yeah.
Like, once I get the body, is he nude?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
we'll just cover
There's
that
been
up
a bit
or
of
have
an,
Hex look away.
there's been an autopsy.
I use a
was
piece
done.
of bandage.
Is he
Okay.
frozen again?
First thing I'll do is I'll read the autopsy chart and what they've got cause of death listed as.
Autopsy chart. So for Reddit Lad, the cause of death that's listed is a massive blunt force trauma.
To the
Massive blunt force trauma.
When they say
all over
massive,
the body.
probably superhuman or...
Superhuman. I mean, like a 900-pound bunny did it.
Okay,
That level of trauma.
that level of trauma.
Are there any claw marks?
You can you examine the body and such.
Oh, yeah.
You both have various.
I have medical training.
oh, I have
That's
physiology.
forensic training.
Why don't you each give me one roll?
Okay.
Can I spend one of those?
Yeah.
To move myself
Yes.
over here a
You're
little bit.
moving
Bend
point?
away.
We only have the
Two.
two. I'll take one also then.
Okay,
Great.
so meta points are now gone.
Away.
I
Beat it by 6
Five.
on my physiology.
Ooh, yeah.
4.
And mine is... Oh, that's the wrong
I
character
beat it by
sheet.
4 on medical.
Okay.
I beat mine by... What's 6, 3... Oh, I beat mine by 6.
Cool. I like that you're all using different things too. So that was physiology, medical, and what was it for Kid Titan?
I beat it by 6. So
No, the skill you're
it was
using?
detective forensics.
Detective forensics. That's right. Thank you. Okay, so in fact, that takes us to over here. Thank you. If you hadn't figured it out yet, you guys are going to be in skill challenges for a while today. We're
I had
Yes,
this, I
I
had this
like that.
feeling.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, but you're rocking them. You're doing really well. So yeah, so Reddit Lad has confirmed that have massive blunt force trauma, super strength level, not just like with a pipe or something, but I mean this
But
guy
like with a bear or something.
yeah, this guy was just pulverized. No evidence of claw damage.
No
You
teeth?
know, no, it seems to have just been blunt objects, blunt force trauma. It's Shan 1.
Mm-hmm.
Indications are that his blood was boiled.
Kid Titan, or I'm sorry, Riptide. Is there some other person who could do that?
There's, Hex could do it with the right...
Yeah.
I would like to travel, since I did take part of his soul, I just don't know where his soul ended up. So I would like to travel to the Feywild that I control when I kill people and send their souls there, and just see if his soul is there so I can talk to him.
Fragment of his soul, yeah.
I can travel at will, to and from.
That's
Yeah.
true, but it's the size of a world.
I mean, you can travel there, absolutely. So you blink out of existence, and we'll deal with that in a
So I
second.
can't just find him really quick?
You blink out of existence, and you're
Oh.
in that world. It's
Okay.
it's totally cool. Like we're gonna do this.
Are there actual autopsy lab reports
Yes,
on
there
these
are.
two
That's-
people?
Yeah, that's what
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Well, we were looking at the bodies too.
were doing both.
I'm looking at the lab portions because I also have a degree in chemistry.
like a toxicology report and such.
Exactly.
There are no indications
For
of any
either?
kind of toxic substances in either one.
So someone who can do these.
A little bit to help KT solve the murders in the room morgue. Hashtag JackSunBuff.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much, chat.
Seems like certain powers were replicated.
Well,
Can anyone do that but me?
lots of people.
Oh.
I mean, super strength is really, really common, but
By the way, your nano wasps are still on them if you want to retrieve them.
Oh, Babies, come back to me. Thank you.
See if there was any like.
They are done learning
See
their
if there was
lesson.
any neurolog. Can you check and see if there's any like large neurological spikes before the time of death that weren't like several? Because this guy didn't die in one hit,
So should
unless
I-
he was killed by something else.
Do you think if I sent my nano wasps like into their ears that they could
I think
read
if you
their
just
brains?
reabsorb them and figure out what happened in
Oh,
the
I
last
read
few
their
minutes
data.
of right.
No problem.
Figure out their data.
So you do that, you pull the wasps in, and you are able to. It makes me gag every time you do that.
Oh.
You're able to.
I don't understand why it's warm. Okay.
But not
Electrical
I'd
currents
like
are
to-
But
warm.
not wet.
But not wet.
Each of her wasps has her senses. If her nano wasps were on the bodies when this happened, they actually saw and heard everything.
It doesn't mean we can recover that information after degradation. I mean,
But the
wasp.
wasps are still fine.
Yeah.
The wasps
Right,
are
the
fine.
wasps saw.
The
and-
wasps,
The wasps are fine and not crushed.
The wasps are able to report to you that there were spikes in their brain waves before death, probably associated with fear.
My wasps were afraid.
No. The two, Reddit Lad and Chan,
That makes sense.
before they went down.
Chan too.
Yes.
That's what. Okay.
Yeah, there was definitely fear before they died. They were aware of what was about to happen, and the as far as any audio or visual data is concerned, most of it involves their bowels, so you don't really want.
Oh, because
that's
I was
not-
by their bottoms.
Yes, so it's not really all that useful of data.
Well,
You're
what about
correct
hearing?
that it's there.
What about audio of screaming, yelling, fear, stop, don't, hey, Johnny Legion, don't kill me?
I hear
anything
some
like
words, but they are being masked by bowel movement noises.
I mean, Reddit Lad did pretty much
Gross.
crap himself in the moment. I mean, so that's
Naturally.
something.
And when you're right there, it's quite loud.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Okay.
you.
I've seen you boil Johnny Legion's dupes a couple of times now. They don't see it coming. Like you just snap your fingers and they kind of boil.
Well, I can do it either way, but
Yeah,
it's
but
Johnny Legion, so I'm just doing it.
That's not your style.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody saw this coming. Otherwise, why the fear?
Because they did it slow.
Yeah.
Are we at all concerned that our small friend has vanished? Anyone?
Yeah, she's so magic.
So Hex, you find yourself in the Feywild, is that correct?
Yeah, I didn't
So you're
realize
in
it was
kind of like
the
this
size of a world.
Yeah,
I
so you're
thought it was
in
like
you're in this kind of twisted version of the morgue.
Yeah.
The sound is kind of warped and such.
Like Frodo when he's wearing the ring?
Bingo.
It's like
Picture
a horror
that.
movie version of the
Picture
regular.
that. You were faintly aware of the position of all of your friends, and as you look around the morgue, you also see many other bodies and such. And if you look away, if you look over towards the vaults, one body, just as you look at it, kind of a ghostly visage kind of sits up from the body and looks at you for a moment, and then just kind of fades away into the ether.
All hail the Queen of the Upside Down.
You recognize this person,
As
the competitor known as Boot Scoot.
Boot Scoot.
He got eliminated.
He got eliminated from the show earlier on.
He did.
Well,
so
you
he's
can
here.
still hear her if she's
Can
talking.
I still hear her?
Yeah, your nanowasps are still attached.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if they circumvented.
Guys, it's Boot Scoot.
You can switch back to reality now if you want.
Boot Scoot's here?
No, but so I see Boot Scoot, and he just fell back down. What? Nothing else.
He's dissipated. He's gone.
Right. Nothing else with our friends.
That's all you. That was the only
That's the only thing we
soul-like
see.
visage you saw in this room.
Okay, so I'll come back.
Oh, hey. Oh.
Welcome
So-
back.
Boot Scoot showed up for a second. He's over there.
Showed up where?
I'm going over there.
I go over there too.
So you open up that thing, and yeah, it's on the platform on the slab. You can.
I read the
get-
chart.
Shows that Boot Scoot died of cardiac failure last night.
Cardiac failure.
When was their time of deaths?
Their time of deaths were about 27 hours ago.
And his was
12-ish.
Yes.
So Boot Scoot was killed after. Maybe not related, but still that is a former contestant of the show. Who else has been cut? Let's take a look.
So you guys start looking around all
Yep.
of the different
Yes.
vaults and such.
Every one of them.
You see a lot of these are just regular folk and such. You do come across the seamstress.
When she died.
Just
The seamstress died 3 days ago.
27, 36. No, wait.
Suffocation.
72.
She was suffocated by fabric.
Oh, someone is
so
so
somebody's
setting
boiling.
some shit up.
Oh,
Suffocating fabric.
sounds familiar.
And you also come across the weasel.
How did he die?
Well, his
And
career
when?
ended sometime in the 90s, but sorry.
it was right around Biodome.
Pauly Shore,
Seamstress,
no, he died. He
72
was poisoned.
hours.
He was poisoned.
He was poisoned.
What kind of poison?
Undetermined.
Probably a snake venom or neurotoxin. Those are pretty good superhero.
Seamstress was suffocated
Correct.
by...
Yeah,
Fabric.
she seems
Fabric.
to have had. She was found with fabric wedged down her throat.
Like stuffed down as far as it
So
can go.
basically, every single person who's been killed has been killed in a way that one of us could have killed them.
This is true.
That sounds.
Reddit was pounded.
Friends, I promise I did not murder anyone.
No,
We
no,
know
we're
you
being
didn't-
framed.
We've been
Really?
together the whole time. I
Yes.
think.
27.
You actually
just
haven't been
covering
together
my
the whole
bases.
time.
Yeah, we haven't. We've been split up a couple
And you
of
haven't
times.
been in this reality the whole time.
Even when we were
So
not...
we could very well be the murderers for all we know.
We really could.
So we got to investigate.
Bombshell is not
Well,
the murderer.
shit.
But you can't know that for sure.
I can know that Bombshell would never do such a thing, because then they could not learn their lesson and redress and their
don't-
wrongs
Oh.
and do
I
better.
don't know if any
And
of us
I am not in a position to contradict that right now.
Correct. And I apologize that there is one other dead body of a superhero. I mean, there are the standard. I'm assuming you're more interested in the superheroes for villains.
Yes.
Lament
I'm
the
looking-
losses of
yeah.
regular people as well.
Carpal tunnel. His it's a horrible condition that he does to people. He just basically incapacitates them.
makes-
He calls himself that, but really his name should be porn addiction.
Yeah.
How many hours ago?
He actually died about 2 weeks ago, and was just sliced up with some sort of bladed claw-like instrument.
Oh.
Or,
Wonderful.
Or claws.
Claws, could be claws.
Could be claws.
Maybe
or
from a
sword.
900-pound carnivorous bunny rabbit.
would-
We're
fit.
being framed. We're being set up.
Are all of these
Either
times,
that or we're being made to murder people. Either way.
Are all of these times that people have died when Jenica was not Bombshell?
It would be hard to do all the lining up because these times are guesstimates as to when time
Is
of
it
death
plausible
But
that
the
all of the
4chan
murders happened when we were all
is
not?
not. At least some of them, you're pretty sure U.S. pilots were not in control of these avatars at those moments.
I was going to say, because you said one of the 4chans was 12 hours ago, Boiled Blood. I was with them.
Right.
We were still in the
Are
thing.
you sure you don't want me to bring one of them back to life and just have them tell us who did it?
Actually, the Chan and
You
Reddit
can certainly
Lad,
try,
they
but
both died
save a
while
little bit
you
of
guys
magic
were
to get us
back
out of
in
here
the
and a big
Metapilot.
teleport if you
Right.
could.
Oh, they did? Both?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were dead
Open.
before you, because remember when you guys warped back in, you were in the
Right.
labyrinth, and things were already going on.
Yeah, we could have been in there for
So
hours.
there,
for all
so
of
it
us.
was at
time.
least.
We'll have to
okay.
watch the replay on the episode.
Yeah, they've got a VOD. If you subscribe, it has a chat function. You can watch it and
Nice.
such.
But it doesn't air till the week after because they have to edit it first, you know?
yeah.
So we get to see the death episode. It's the next episode either way. I think they'll just gloss over it. Nobody else died on set. Those were the only two that died on
Those
set.
are the only two. Yeah.
Is American Sentinel aware that other contestants have?
They're
Died?
I don't know if Sentinel
So
is.
if you
but-
want, there are computers in the office. There are other charts. You can start hacking into things and see what you can find.
I would
Yep.
like to do that.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to start having Hal go through different vision spectrums to see if there's anything out of place that doesn't belong on the bodies that have been killed, like something that ties them together in some way, other than carbon.
So I need a check from both Hex and from Kid Titan.
From me,
No, from Hex and from Kid Titan.
I'm doing computers.
For what?
From Hex and from Kid Titan, I need checks related to magical auras
Ooh, I can see those.
with that ultravision. Yeah.
Yep.
What are my gonna just my? I mean, I don't want to use my power.
Just use your mind.
Just
Use your
great.
mind, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have told you that.
Okay, no,
I
got
can use
that.
detective though, so I'm going to. Yes.
Yeah, that beat fail because I didn't say I'd use my
Okay.
buff before.
But you do see some
Rated five.
lingering
You can use
magical
your
aura
buff
on some of the
after.
newer,
No,
Oh no, those.
those.
Yeah.
on Reddit Lad and on the Chan.
Anything else could have probably faded.
Yeah, anything that was lingering on the other ones is gone.
What was on them?
You can't
Magical
tell.
aura.
Magical
But you
aura.
can see some lingering magical aura around Reddit Lad and the Chan.
Is that magical aura similar to the magical aura we saw on the chicken?
I don't know. I'll have to take a look against the database, but I'm pretty sure that magical chicken was just a setup by the show. That's a very, very, very powerful but very, very popular artifact that's been used
Just wondering
before.
if there's a signature. You know?
Right. No, I'll check it against Hal's database when we get it all put in the system. But I'm taking those samples and I'm uploading them.
Okay.
I would like to check the computer for news related to all the murders in the vault morgue. I would also like to check the computer for and hack into police records to see if what they have about all the murders as well.
Can we do that outside of the morgue?
I think we can. Any place there's a computer, I can do
Because
that.
I think it's time for us to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna close everything back up.
Okay.
Should we say goodbye to Jill?
No, we shouldn't. In fact, we're gonna just erase the fact that we were here. If there's cameras in the room, if you can do that.
I can do that. That's no
You can do
problem.
that. One of the things that you do find, go ahead and give me your computer check, because you will find some things, the degree of which will depend on the roll.
Okay.
I feel
Or you've
like
got
it's
crap.
bad breathing.
I'm also.
It's like, if hashtag was here, this would be done.
Well, no, with Bombshell's
Bombshell, I
computer
have
scanning.
Computer control system and computer scanning. 100
Yeah.
yards pull.
So give
info
me
from
the
here.
roll as a mind check, but you're going to be
6. I beat it by 4 with a mind check.
yeah.
But
So and you're getting the bonus. Yeah. So what you are able to determine really quickly skimming through. Oh, it's so handy to be a computer hacking a computer.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're able to skim through email records and you see that there was some indications that there were requests to the morgue to leave. To not publicize the deaths of these other superheroes.
So there's police records,
Yes.
but there's not.
And the email chain that's coming through, it's some sort of duper anonymous, etc.
So we don't know who sent them.
You don't know who sent them. There's no way to do it.
All right.
Sick through server, ghost servers and stuff like that, dark
Smart.
web stuff.
And it's a generic office email inbox that it's going into, so you don't even know
Who received
who
it?
received it.
Okay.
It was in the trash. They forgot to empty it. You should always empty your trash. Basic. I'm just saying.
I want to look at the each of the autopsy for the superhero people only.
Yeah.
On an autopsy report like that, if it is tied to a police investigation, there's going to be a detective's name on there. I'm writing down.
There was no indication of an investigation being
on
done.
any of the other ones,
On any of the
other
other
than
ones.
4chan.
Suicide, heart attack.
They all know about it. They're just cutting
Yeah.
it.
Well, and that's just it. Is the fabric? I mean, the seamstress has the ability to magically,
Right.
whatever. It's basically they're being chalked up to. That's being chalked up to a suicide.
Because she
the boiled blood.
The cardiac failure on Booth Scoot is just natural events. Carpal tunnel was the blades, and the assumption is that he somehow found himself in the midst of a.
Room of whirling
It
knives.
just says accident.
Wow.
And the boiled blood was.
I don't know what happened. I was just chopping vegetables and I turned around and she ran into my
the boiled
nose.
blood is the is
13
Reddit.
times.
There's one of the
4chan.
chans, and that's
Yeah.
one of the ones being investigated.
As a murder.
Yeah, the weasel who was poisoned. Again, accidental poisoning.
Not accident.
Usually only happens to children.
Yeah,
Well, I'm still going to note that as the fact
you
that
should.
that's.
You absolutely should note that.
Yeah, and I take pictures of everything, and then we're like, okay, let's scoot out of here. We're way past our 10 minutes.
That and that makes absolutely no sense.
I'm kind of reluctant because I feel really at home here, but I understand it's time to go.
I mean, if you want to stay,
It's okay. It's fine. I don't get to be
I mean-
around the other dead.
I'm sure we could steal a body if we really wanted to.
can
We're
we
not stealing
we're not
any
stealing any
bodies.
bodies today.
Okay, I guess.
Leave.
I guess you don't want me having friends.
We are hurting no police
you're my
officers
friend.
and we are stealing no bodies.
Who would make you feel
And
better?
we can't
We could
think
steal a
about-
body.
I'm going to actually go back to the bathroom through the sink so that Jill sees me coming right out of the
Honestly,
same bathroom
Jill only
I
has
went into.
eyes for Lady Vale when she
Right,
comes
but she
back
saw
out.
me go into the bathroom. The cameras out there saw me go in the bathroom, so I'm going
Yeah.
out the bathroom.
Oh, Jill.
I'd also like to make the cameras for the last half hour, however long we've all since we entered the building. They're all.
Yeah, I can let you do that. You take some of the footage of the room when it was empty, and you quickly splice and reloop
Put
it
Jill
into the
back
video
in.
feed. So the morgue area and all of that. I mean, it was an empty area, and so
Yes.
it just looks to anyone who doesn't do a really hard review of the video footage, and there's no reason to do so, they're not going to notice anything.
Correct.
Do we walk by Jill as we leave?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bend over and just let her know that she's not gonna call you.
Jill believe her?
And then you guys leave.
I wink at Jill after she does that, making
that was
Jill confused
cold,
very much.
Hex.
Confusing poor
That
Jill.
was cold. So after that, what would you guys like to do? You've learned a lot.
We what?
We have.
You did. You learned.
I want to discuss why it would be so plainly obvious that other people have been murdered, and on their autopsy reports
And
there
that
is
they're
no
not noting it.
No, there's no detective listed at all. They're not even being. You cannot possibly have that many superheroes die of natural causes in that time, even if the autopsy says it's natural, for them not to tie it to the 4chan.
It's definitely not following procedure.
They don't
I
want
agree.
anyone to know.
But
So-
why?
That's a very
Probably-
good question.
We should investigate all deaths, find the perpetrators, and punish them.
I don't trust Armor Guy.
The producer.
Neither do I!
Any of them.
Thank you! Evil. Clearly evil.
Clearly.
Do you know what his superpower is? He controls technology. Guys, he can make things that do stuff with his mind. Who can trust a power like that?
No
I have a
one.
power line.
I have a power like that.
I reiterate.
I can just boil your eyeballs out of your socket.
Yeah, no, I don't
you
trust that either.
But you can trust
So-
me.
There's something,
always
there's
like
something honest about
So
super
if you're
strength.
interested, there was another location on that letter that you received.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
There was.
Green
Time to go
room.
green room A.
Okay. So you guys head
Green
back
Room
to the
Alpha?
studio. Green Room Alpha things have been pretty much locked down because of the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you get to the studio, you can get inside the production facilities. But Green Room Alpha is on lockdown, and there are some guards outside who've been instructed not to let anybody inside.
Would it be on lockdown to nanobots sneaking in through vents?
You're fine. If you swarm in, you've got it easy.
I would like to confer with my team before I swarm in.
It'll be better, though, at both in and out of character as your GM. I want to find a way for you all to be inside. So,
Right.
Thank you.
Oh, he wants us all
I
inside.
do. The trap doesn't work if you're not inside. I mean, what?
My whole point about going in is exactly that note. There's going to be cameras. If there's any cameras, if there, no, we don't.
I can turn the
Can't you
cameras
just
off.
like expand their bladders and make nature call
No, I-
really hard at the same time so they run away?
I
And then we can
just-
just walk in?
I could give them kidney stones if you want.
I'd really rather you didn't.
Friends,
I could just make us all invisible.
That sounds like fun.
That sounds great.
I have never been invisible.
We could get up to the roof. I could turn us all
I feel
into
like
a
I have
big,
most of my
giant
life.
puddle of water.
I can make us all invisible. You know, Harvey can like distract a guard. He can bounce around or lick their face. I don't know the move. Then we'll
Is
just
that
go in
an
the door.
earthquake? Did you feel that earthquake? What was
So
that?
they're not going to see the door open or close either?
Well, Harvey will, you know, distract them so they're looking the other way, and then we'll sneak in.
But the door still has to open and close.
We can throw something.
We just
So what was wrong with my first idea?
What was your idea again?
Just make them have to go to the bathroom.
but that works too.
We could combine the
Isn't it simple?
invisibility with
Isn't
the
it
bladders.
simpler than making everybody in?
I would like to combine the idea bladder and invisible.
Right. I just.
Pee
If we
and
want, I
bladder?
suppose overkill is as good a way to go as any.
I like this. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Pee and sneak.
Oh, when he agrees with us, though.
No, in character. I want
Okay.
you in there because I want to move to some other stuff. So I'm.
Pee and
very
sneak.
happy
I
with
like it.
Pee and sneak.
So you got the sneak
Right.
part
I
because
can't
I got
just
the
feed
peace
you what
part.
to do, but I like it when you guys come up with
But
creative
if,
stuff.
I mean,
so.
even if we won't see on
Riptide,
the
if you want to give
cameras-
me a powers usage on, so there are 2 guards.
Yes.
Oh, I've got multiple targets.
stay
I can
invisible.
make
Yeah.
one roll. So.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm just saying, if you can give me the roll on, are you giving them the kidney stone, or were you?
Oh no, I'm
me-
just gonna make them have to.
We've had that on the
super
show
happy.
before, so
I'm making them have to pee, but I'm going to extend it so we got some time, and there's going to be added fluid in their bowels.
so you're making it, you're pressing.
Oh, the whole gurgling thing. It's
Okay.
like, oh.
And I would like with my mind to make their pants
Tighter?
feel tighter.
Oh, great! I like it.
There we go.
We're gonna
I like
start
it.
touching.
And then Hex, you're gonna make everyone invisible. Okay, go for
And
it.
then using my power
I'm
of super
currently writing
strength,
a haiku.
I'm going to walk down the hallway,
I
she
beat it by
does
6.
but really strongly.
You're gonna what?
I'm using my power of super strength. I'm going to walk down the hallway,
So they're,
but
shaking,
very
strong.
strongly.
so they're shaking a little bit.
No, not at all.
He's just
Yes,
doing
of course, a
it.
little bit of shaking, just kind of up against the wall, just kind of, give him a little,
Okay.
little vibration.
Lady
be
Bale,
an
if you could
earthquake.
give me your powers roll.
Yeah, my powers roll. I beat it by. Where am I?
Powder usage.
Bombshell, if you really want to participate in this as well, you could
Power
throw a
usage.
nano wasp into
It'll be in
their
the gray,
urethra
under
and
skills.
irritate that a little bit more.
Oh my God! What?
Oh,
I do
gosh.
not want to do that.
I'm just saying.
I beat it by 3.
Cool. I just need Hex.
So
Okay.
their pants are tight.
Make my team unseen to technology and eyes. Hashtag sneaky time.
I do love it when she ends with a hashtag. It's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite.
That is 12, so I beat it by 7.
It's great. Okay, so you guys, you had your little powwow about what to do. Riptide, you have helped their bladders feel a little bit fuller.
And their bowels.
They've got some low down
Lady Bell,
gurgling.
you've been constricting their clothes just enough to kind of irritate and make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. They're starting to do the dance. And Hex, you just made the team go invisible just in time for Kid Titan to start vibrating them enough to feel that moment.
I make myself like 3,600 pounds and then I just twerk.
See, I'm really hoping now we get a dance, magic dance, so that we can have your twerk.
That's true.
I will. I'll even lift up the back so you can see all the goods.
And so you...
All the good.
Gauntletsman, throw down, people.
Calm down, everyone.
My
butt's
and so
this big.
the the guards kind of they've been.
I could be an invisible wasp swarm, correct?
Yes, I just said make my team.
The guards have been kind of hanging out and such, and they are finding themselves now a little bit compelled, and they talk to each other like, hey, I do too. I shouldn't have done that Taco Bell. And so they do decide that it's okay to walk away from the door for a moment, because when nature calls, nature calls. So they answer that call and they walk away.
Gotta answer it.
And we sneak in.
You can sneak in. The door was actually unlocked. You just walk in.
I'm hovering as a...
I got it. So you were inside. There are some evidence triangles, or little thingies sitting around. You can see some stainage on the floor from where the bodies had been lying down.
I would also like to, in my swarm form, go to all the cameras that are in the room and turn them off so that, or re-loop them to empty footage as well.
Totally.
Turn them off.
We are
Turn them off
invisible
like
to
a- like a
technology.
technological
Good.
glitch. They just glitched out.
Does that mean she can't see us?
I can't see anybody, I don't think.
I don't know.
She's
I assume we're invisible. We can
I'm
see
gonna
each
not
other.
do that. You can see Bombshell and she can see you.
So I'm turning everything off so that if we move things around, it doesn't just look like things are flying.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what
Actually,
you're saying.
when you check the security cameras, you discovered that the cameras in this room have been fried.
So they already don't work.
They don't work at all.
Can I tell from history of the cameras how long they have been fried or exactly when they went
12
down?
hours, give or take.
12 hours.
So right about. Yeah.
So somebody or some bodies came in here, turned off all the surveillance gear,
Yeah.
and then killed 2 people with 2 varying methods. And all while we were all... while
Two
everybody else-
varying methods that our group possesses.
Yeah, but nobody in their right mind could think it was us because all evidence points to we were on set at the labyrinth. There's...
So the bodies are the indications of where the bodies had been is next to a couple of the couches and chairs and such in the seating area.
Let's go check it out.
So these guys were just hanging out in the green room.
There's staining on the couches. Yeah.
That's going to ruin the upholstery.
And
So
they got
they came in here and
scared
just
and
got...
they died.
There was not a fight. They got murdered.
Yeah.
Like...
I would like Harvey to sniff the room to see if he smells any familiar superhero smells.
He smells the stank of many a superhero in this room.
Right, but
Who does he smell the most?
I don't know.
And with Reddit Lad and the 4chans, there's a little extra
Yeah, honestly,
teenage
this
body
really
odor.
does reek of Ode de Reddit.
Ode to Reddit.
Yeah.
Smells like Reddit.
Smells like basement and
Ultra
desperation.
vision scan. Let's see if there's is there magic all over this place?
Yeah, this room is just
it's full
filled
of
with
magic.
white noise magically from all the people
My hands
around.
keeping in my pockets just so we're very kind of touching shit.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm sending all my nanobots out to investigate as much as they can. Kind of
You're swarming around the room, checking it out.
Trying to figure it all out.
Somehow between your ultravision, as well as your nano wasps swarming everywhere, I guess the wasps, if they found something interesting,
They report.
I can give the wasps an uplink to the ultra
I'm
vision.
extremely disappointed that there has been no dancing in this episode. The horror. Chloe for life.
we will have a man. We will have to dance.
You really
some point,
wanted
guys.
the twerking. You really
We were
wanted
going to try
Awesome.
the foxtrot today.
Well played, man. I was actually working on the
bet you
beginnings
can.
of something we could do together, like a sync
We
one.
still
I had
got
a-
We've got one,
Oh, cool.
kind of.
We do?
Okay.
We just have to have somebody we follow.
Okay.
Oh.
But as you were doing that, you do realize that wedged in the crack of the couch, where the body was, is a smartphone.
Don't touch it.
Oh, what? I will not touch it, but I don't have fingerprints when I'm a nanowasp. I could investigate the smartphone and try to see what data it has.
Okay. Get a little evidence bag. Bring it over.
Okay, and I take like 5 nanowasps and I kind of carry the phone gingerly with my little nanowasp.
So you start going through it, and you see an anonymous text conversation.
And keep in mind, we're using the phone through the plastic bag.
Yeah, I'm with you. An anonymous text conversation between Reddit Lad and someone anonymous, indicating a meeting in an alley behind a local Thai restaurant.
That was supposed to take place when?
I imagine
Later
Reddit Lad
today.
has a lot of these types of meetings behind random Thai restaurants.
Later today, actually.
Nope.
Very
Nope.
skeptical of all of this.
Nope.
We're following someone's trail.
Yeah, we're not.
It's my
We should
gut.
not. We should not go to the alley.
We're not going there.
No.
That's
This,
definitely
this phone was accidentally missed in the crack of a couch. Come on.
by police investigators.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So
However, I think we could send a wasp.
I was
To that
thinking
location.
We could. I do not like to leave any stone unturned.
we
no
stake.
matter.
Yeah, we got to stake the
Stake
out of that alley.
Do we know where the alley is based on?
That's behind the Thai restaurant,
Oh, okay.
which is right there in the phone.
And since I have access to electronic maps, I will send one of my nanowasps to
Okay.
the location just to stake it out.
Sounds good. So you do that while you're hanging out in the room still?
I think we should definitely get out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
now that
Before
is there anything else we've missed or hasn't
Well,
scanned?
I'm gonna try to find the source of the magic.
You won't be able to. There is no source in this room.
But like
It's just-
like a signature,
It's
like when a
resident.
caster casts a spell.
there are
there's
so
a,
many magic users who've been using this thing. I mean, you're gonna find your signature. You're gonna
Okay.
find the signature of
Something
dozens
like,
of
something
other
like
magic users.
30% of all the heroes on the show are
Yeah,
magically
you're-
powered.
You won't be able to try. It would be like trying.
To detect who's body
Years
odor.
ago, they tried to track sewage leaks in the Seattle area by following caffeine because it's not native to the region. And that what they discovered is it was impossible because there's so much coffee drinking that you couldn't get away from that background
No, I
noise.
get
The
it,
whole
I get
area
it,
is
I get it.
saturated.
But he wanted to tell that story.
I did want to tell a
Oh,
story
okay.
because
It's a good story.
But that's what's going on. The room is just saturated.
Okay.
There's no way to track it.
Okay, is there, friends? Does it feel like there's anything else in this room that we can do? Should I leave a nanowasp here as well?
I don't think it's a bad idea.
I would like to do that.
What if they find it and become further suspicious of your motives?
Keep it in a place where they won't look like that top corner. I mean,
Yeah.
it's something.
Or
It
in
worked,
the-
it
or
worked for
right-
her in the bank.
Yeah.
And the camera
Right in that
reflects.
look, they got the little slotted vents on the ceiling there. Just have it in the slot.
Well, that's where I left it in the police precinct as well.
If you guys think it's a good idea, then I am on your team fighting crime. So I'll go.
And this is a crime, even though it was Reddit.
And we should solve
4chan.
it because clearly the police are not interested in all the murders that have actually occurred.
Also, they're trying to implicate us without having any hard evidence to like prove we did it. They're not trying to frame
Yeah.
us. They're trying to implicate us. They're trying to throw people
know-
off a trail, not put us on a different
Hold it.
one.
There's something else. There's something else you could do that would put a really interesting twist into this.
Tell me.
Since you can use the interwebs like in your special way.
Yes?
Send an email to all of the local broadcast stations about the 5-6 other bodies at the morgue that aren't being determined as murders, but they're all superheroes. Yes.
Then they know we're on to
Meta
them.
points for the caffeine story.
And?
Hashtag meta point.
Thank you.
6 of them! Wow, thanks. Wow, thank you.
They don't know we're
It's actually a
onto
really
them. They
cool
know the
study. If
media
you can
is
find it
on.
online, you look it up, and they had this whole theory about how they could use it to trace it, and then. Sorry, I'm a giant geek.
No, that's
good,
it's
okay.
it's
But
a
it
very
was
cool
hilarious
story.
because that was basically the conclusion was
We can't do that
we can't
because
do it because the whole area is saturated with caffeine.
everybody has so much caffeine coming in and out of them. Forget about it.
It's a cool story.
Right, I get that it would cue
And
them
then I
on
found
to the fact
$5.
that somebody's onto it, but if the media picks this up from an anonymous tip. The police can't not know. Let the media do some of the investigating.
What exactly do you think journalistic media is in Sentinel City? Because I guarantee you, it won't make the papers.
You're right. There's enough superheroes that are probably all editors-in-chief, journalists. I get it. I see what
If
you're saying.
Armor Guy is behind this at all, or even even knows something that he wants other people not to know, there is a hush. There's a reason that the cops didn't investigate those obvious murders. Yeah. And if we go public with it, that just means that we have bigger targets painted on our back. We might as well at least look like the scapegoats instead of letting them know we're hunting them.
Yeah. Okay.
If they don't know already.
If I'm convinced of my own innocence, it's all right with me if other people do not believe it.
I'm not too worried about it. They're not going to take me seriously no matter what.
Yeah.
Right, but
That's nice.
tell me that this doesn't stink like a setup right here. This phone thing.
Yes.
And
Oh, it's totally a setup. But
stinks
so
like
we already
Reddit
have
lad.
targets, clearly,
Yeah.
Thank
on
you.
our
Thanks
backs.
for that.
And now they want to get, obviously, some film of us at the back of this Thai restaurant. I'm not stupid.
I'm just saying, we'll go with that. That's fine.
Since she made us invisible, does it retroactively make all of my nanobots that I've already sent out invisible?
They will be invisible for the length of time that she has you all invisible.
I haven't dropped the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, but it only lasts so long, so we do need to get going.
All right, let's go then.
And those guards, they will get out of the bathroom eventually.
That's true.
Once
should go then.
they've counted to 3.
So let's go. We get out of the room.
Yes. Is there any other place in the building that we should investigate?
Outside?
We could see if there's tracks or something. We could see if, because the murders happened inside, so we could see what happened outside before.
This is Green Room Alpha. This is every team comes in and out of here on a regular basis. This is like the one common area of the entire competition.
Yeah, there are other green rooms around, but they are smaller and not as well.
And the traffic is still going to be constant in and out of the building, around the building.
You said the video system in the green room was fried. Is the video system in the periphery of the rooms around it, in the hallways, is that fried?
Everything leading to this area has been
Was
taken
fried.
out.
From the front door? Or, okay, not from inside the building.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, most of the building's security system is actually down.
So I couldn't
Where
even
is
hack
it
in.
not down?
Any place they were filming at the time, probably.
Yeah, there's not a lot of, I mean, given your powers and such, and just to jump through a lot of things for you, you can start going through any of the other available footage and such, but you aren't going to find anything on that will indicate
But we could.
what you're looking for.
We could figure out based on who else. Were we the only people playing in the maze?
Have you guys left the room yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I was gonna have the guards come back. So.
Yeah, no, we left the room.
No, we left her.
I'm very sensitive to caffeine, and this episode is making me do the hashtag buffering thing. Bad players, bad.
500.
Hashtag random.
500.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
thank you.
Did we hit?
Yep.
Are we bad?
We're
How did you know
bad.
that?
Because QQ just showed me.
Oh, so we got to sing to someone.
Who are we serenading this fine
Alien
afternoon?
Knitter, would you be so kind as to do whatever you did last time to figure that out?
Just do that bit.
And for the questions for that person, so obviously their name, 3 good questions to ask.
The genre?
A genre,
And their favorite superhero.
their favorite superhero, and a childhood movie that scarred you.
Oh God. Homeward bound.
Hashtag meta point and maybe a song.
Yeah.
I have their. So
Your phone.
So so we're gonna need.
I saw that.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, get busy in there. So we get selected. So that again, it was name, genre,
Childhood.
Superhero.
favorite superhero,
Scarring childhood movie.
scarring childhood movie. We'll hop that up in a second.
Episode 1 doesn't count.
So you guys walk away from the facility?
Can we reconvene in a?
Yeah, so let's go. I think we go back to my office. It's a nice
think
safe
so, too. That's
space.
safe.
Also, I know there's no cameras there.
It's true.
And we're all still sort of invisible until we become more visible.
Yes.
Do we just kind of like fade back into reality, like as we're walking?
No, we can be cool about it. We can go in an alley or a door or whatever the hell.
And keep an eye on that
like,
wasp.
pop out.
That's,
Do we have a
Like,
song person
pop
yet?
out.
Oh,
yes,
AK
my
is
wasp
pulling it in
is-
5. I get it now.
My wasps
I understand how
are
it works.
still in the.
Thank you, Alien Knitter.
the precinct and the green room and the morgue and the 3 other Chans, actually.
So you guys are heading back to your office?
We'll head back to my office, keeping surveillance on the back of that restaurant.
Sounds good.
And all the other places.
So you... Wait, there we go.
Careful crossing this street. This is where I get hit with a bus.
Someone suggested that I should get entered into it too, and then if I win, we have to sing a song to me. That'd be weird.
I've already got 5 songs written just for Chris, and all of them have the F word in them, which is really weird.
I'm Impartial one. So I'm Impartial is going to give us a genre, a
Good job, I'm
scarring
Impartial.
childhood movie, and their favorite superhero. And we're going to make up something for that.
Good, congratulations.
So you get back to the office, and
Yes.
you head inside then?
Yeah, start coming. Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Damn it! Every single time we think we're safe.
16.
Oh, hello, crap. All right. KT.
26
24.
for Riptide.
Okay. 4 for Bombshell.
It's 23.
21 for
Plus
Hex.
6 is 29.
29?
Oh, I rolled
I got
10s instead of
17.
12.
17 for Lady Vale.
12, 15,
21.
same thing.
Yeah,
21
good deal.
for Hex. 15.
I'm still in swarm form, because I never said I was not.
That's fine. Cool. So we're gonna get it a little bit. Impartial is going to whisper me with the genre superhero and the scarring childhood movie.
Then you will know everything about I'm Impartial.
Exactly. And then while we're getting everything set up right now,
Also send your social security number, address.
Don't send those things.
And
Date of birth.
the first
information.
16 numbers on your primary credit.
Meta Meltdown.
Meta Meltdown.
Oh!
That's
What
4.
was it?
4.
4. You all just go to the middle. You're all back to the middle.
Okay.
So.
Damn yet.
Thank God for those meta points.
Still there.
Yep.
Yeah, they are handy at times.
I'm gonna use one.
We're gonna use them.
And what else? Do I have anything else I can throw at you yet?
Other than initiative, right when you walk in the door.
I've got 2 bufferings to throw out there. That's going to happen.
Damn
That's
it!
right, because buffering is the one that'll make you do a random on where you are.
No, I thought it does the thing
No, it's
where we do
The
that.
secondary effect is that it will put you randomly on your scale.
Oh.
All of your buffs.
That's
and
the one where you do
trolls,
something and it doesn't happen until the next round.
half of it happens the next round.
Yeah, that is my
Correct.
least favorite.
So as you walked through the door, what was your marching order?
I am the first person at the door since it's my door.
And he has a key.
So
And if
Kid
anybody
Titan-
else has a key to my door, I'm going to be upset.
Who is behind Kid Titan? Who would be going second?
I can.
I'm last.
Bombshell. Who's next?
They put me in the middle because I'm tiny,
Okay.
young.
Yeah.
We probably didn't even think about
And I'm just in
marching
front
order.
of Aquamarine.
Cool. Okay, perfect. So as soon as I get the stuff from I'm Impartial, then we'll do that song. But yeah, so the first thing that happens, Hex, is you walk in the door, is a group of, what do I say? A group of, several blasts of heat energy come flying at you as soon as you open the door.
Oh.
And that would be 1 hit. That would be 2 hits.
Everybody
3
down.
hits. That would be 4 hits. And that is going to be a total of... So that's 1 hit for 75 points of heat damage.
1 for 75. Okay.
1 for 25 points of heat damage.
All right.
1 for 50 points of heat damage.
Oh.
Okay.
And you get knocked back as soon as it hits you.
After the first one, I don't.
But I'm in swarm form, so
I knock back
catch
into the
him.
first one will knock me back.
Okay. So the first one, knocked you back, and so you go kind of tumbling down
I'm
the
in
hallway.
swarm form. I catch him a little bit.
You can't. Yeah.
Like a beanbag
That's not your
chair.
action.
That's not how it works.
It's not your action.
Like a beanbag chair.
But
Because
as
I got
soon
no
as-
defensive on it, so.
Yeah. But as soon as that happens, then it's Kid Titan is up next.
Oh, nice. Well, how far do we get knocked back?
You got knocked pretty much down that hallway, actually. But I mean, you're fast. You can run back into the room if you want.
Right. But like, I already have some immovable, so.
Oh, 25 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I get knocked back 5 feet.
Okay, sounds good.
What did the heat blasts come from? Were they shooting from the television or my phone?
If you look into your room, you see some. You are not knocked back too far. So what you see is a group of robotic types. They look kind of like what do I want to say? They have these long brachiated arms and legs, and kind of a center torso that's pretty much just an eyeball. And out of the center of it, fired off these beams.
So they're like kind of like giant spider bots.
Yeah, basically spider
with
bots.
laser guns in the front.
Yeah.
Eyeball tummies.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Eyeball tummies.
Those are
I am going to take the round to fight defensively
Okay.
for the rest of the group.
Okay.
Just be there to like be ready to hold my action to soak up damage, as it were,
Okay, cool.
and use Hal to scan these things to see, component type, ultravision.
Okay. Yeah, they're definitely...
I'm pretty much guessing tech.
Yeah, they are tech. Yeah, you're not seeing any
But
kind
like,
of...
if it's alien tech or something like that, I'll know.
Yeah,
by
like
the end
looking
of the
forward,
round.
that's what you see. It seems to be. It's not. I mean, it's not an alien tech. It's something high. It's an earthbound high tech situation going on.
These things are made out of like earth metal and not super unobtainium or something.
Correct.
Okay.
Super unobtainium. Nope, it is not on that.
Not that.
And yeah. So then, what else? Do you do anything else?
That's my round is literally just to guard them.
Cool. Okay, Riptide, you're up next.
Alrighty, I'm immediately going to shift my dynamic water power into the configuration of mass increase armor
Okay.
and hydro. I'm going to be using targets on this one because Aquamarine is going to get level 4 mass increase. She is going to get level 4 mass increase. He is going to get level 4 armor.
Oh,
Since I'm not going to be able to affect his mass, which is already affected,
Yep.
I am going to get 4 mass increase and 4 armor.
What will
There's
make
a reason
life?
I live on the ground
What will
floor.
make life
don't
easier
worry.
for all of them is if you translate that into English,
You
and then they will all understand what you're talking about.
you guys have 4 levels of super strength. So that is
Super strength.
plus 40 damage,
Thank you.
On strength-based checks.
right?
Yeah.
And then 4 ranks of armor, so 80 armor.
No, 40 armor because it's
Yes,
not
10,
shield
yeah.
only.
Yeah.
So you get an additional 40 points of armor. You
Excellent.
get 8 essentially ranks of immovable. Or is it times 3?
It's times 4.
Oh, it's times 4. So it's 16 checks of knockback immunity.
Cool.
And then you, of course, get 40 additional points of armor.
So now we're all covered in ice armor.
Yep, literally the air around
and that's the
you.
armor type that can be chewed away, correct?
It's armor the way I'm actually running it for this exact thing
It's as
because
force
it's
field.
as a force field.
Right.
So yes, it gets chewed away,
Yeah.
and after that, it takes me a
Cool.
number of rounds before it will be able to do again.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Cool.
That's a good way
Awesome.
to use that power. I like that.
Just
No
because
problem,
it's
Impartial.
fair.
I'll be ready for you when you are ready for us. So that's Riptide. That goes to Bombshell.
Okay, I am in swarm form.
Yep.
I would like to use one of my young at heart, thank you, Chuck, to have. How many spider bots are there?
You see 4.
Okay, well, 3 of them, I want them to have a -3 penalty situation.
Okay.
And so, because I'm using a young at heart, I'm going to move to where I want to be.
Yeah.
There we go. You go all the way?
I think I'm going to go all the way.
Damn.
Okay, thank you, Chad. No, I didn't spend 2 points because I used my young at heart.
Oh, you get to move anywhere.
And,
Yes.
Oh,
and
I
then what
like
are you doing
this.
for your action?
And then my action, I am going to, since I'm already in swarm form, I want to attack as many of the way that I did the turrets. That
Yes.
I want to do that to them.
I see what you're
I
trying
want
to
to
say.
put nanobots in them and mess them up.
You want to try and
You
do
want to
something.
hack the turrets,
Yeah.
hack the spider
Oh,
bots.
that'd be fun. Yes, I'd like to hack the spider.
I am going to use the my buff so she can roll a d8 on that. Since it's
I am
already
gonna
there,
roll
I'm
it.
going to min max it out. Pull that
She's
one off.
already there.
She's
I'm
already on
already
the end. Yeah.
Right, but are you?
She's already full.
Oh,
out
you
there,
went
yeah.
all iced.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That
Never
makes
mind.
sense. So
Yep.
go ahead and give me a computer hacking roll then for that, and we will see what kind of impact that has on them.
Okay.
Oh, she don't know.
I got a 4.
Beat it by how many?
I
11.
don't have a number there, so I don't know.
It's functionally.
So you only get one target at a time, though.
So what's going to happen
But
then?
I have this thing.
She has a cloning thing.
Oh,
there.
so you does.
She stole Johnny Legion's power.
I have Johnny
Okay, so
Legion's
what's going to
power.
happen then is that I'm going to take this. I got a 1.
Good or bad?
So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's basically seeing how many of them you impacted. So what you are able to do is get in and fry out the system on one of these bots. And it does just flat out drop.
Excellent.
It shorts itself out and kicks over to the side.
Can I read any of its information?
Later, when I have time to make that up.
Not in the next 3 seconds.
Excellent GM's answer.
Yes, like, wasn't prepared for that question at all. Should be used to this sort of thing. After Bombshell, Hex, you're up.
Okay, I'm taking 2 meta points.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat. And I'm going all the way over to Miss Rosie.
Okay.
Ooh.
And if Aquamarine, or I mean, if Lady Vale is willing, I would like to take one of her wraps, charge and jump on the bot, and hog tie that son of a bitch.
Sure, that sounds good. Yeah, what's the worst? Yeah, that could happen.
I want to note that Lady Vale is always kind of like this.
Right, but that way, because you're next, you're after me.
I think she
So
should
then
be.
you're connected to it.
So
Like she's ready to
You know
fight in
what
a
I
video
mean?
game.
Yeah, I'm with it.
You're gonna hog tie it with 4 levels of super strength.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wait.
I'm with it. I'm
Okay.
catching what you're doing.
Got my wrap, girl.
Okay.
Wow.
You picking up what she's throwing down?
Here it is.
Is this gonna be my We don't really have a hog tie.
You do have a rodeo thing in your skills.
Well,
as
she has a
Rosie.
lasso and she has a grapple.
Which
is
one
the
do you want?
It's a lasso skill.
Lasso
Excellent.
skill.
Thank you so much.
Use whichever one's higher.
Ranged attack lasso.
I'll give you either on it.
Okay.
Oh, damn!
You beat it
So
by
I beat
8?
it by 4.
Oh, you beat it by 4. Okay, yeah. So you are able to.
You know what? I'm gonna use my Patreon points and add 3 to my roll.
So it's 5.
Okay.
So I beat it by
100%.
By 7.
By 7.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so what you were able to do in that case then is exactly as you say. I can't want to say Rosie then.
Rosie,
But
yeah.
It is technically, yeah, it's both. So Rosie
I'm gonna
/
get
Hex
you.
Destiny, this 12-year-old girl, armed with the sword the size of Texas and a 900-pound invisible bunny, decides, screw this, grabs a wrap
Yeah.
of her mummy friend,
Mummy wrap, yeah.
And ice arm.
sprints in, tackles on top of this spider
Hog
bot,
ties him.
and just hog ties the
And
crap out of it.
I do with the hog tie also. The reason I wanted to use her wraps is because I assume that they are a wide band
Yes.
kind of wrap. I'm gonna cover his shooty bit.
Blaster part?
Yeah, that technical term.
Watching the kid act like a cowgirl kind of messed up my reality a little bit right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. But yeah, no,
least she didn't
you were
say
able to
yeehaw.
bind that one up and incapacitate it.
Good.
And I'll be honest with you, it can still shoot through those wraps.
Well, but she's
But it's moot because I think you are a smart enough person that you take it and you tilt it towards its incapacitated
Oh,
friend.
yeah, it's
So the
a-
best that it can do is blow up its buddy.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. So you took that one down. You
And then I'm
totally took
gonna
that one
stand
down.
on it, kind of like Captain
Victoriously.
Captain Morgan.
Yep. I like it. Oh, Captain Morgan. You actually take the time to do that?
Yeah.
These are
Because,
like large dog
because you
size.
did that, give yourself a 2-point bonus the next time you need to make a roll for style
Nice.
points.
For style points.
Yep.
That's a 2
Stop.
points. That's 2-point bonus
2
for
point
having a
style
little
points
captain
there.
in. Yeah.
Lady Vale, on you.
Okay, I want to use one of my buffs,
Yes, okay.
please. And I'm gonna, because of that, the buff factor, I'm gonna go all the way over here to
Yes.
Vale, so I'm now really like
I like it. I like it.
With the one that I'm attached to, I wanna so it's kill it.
Oh, you kind of smack it in the ground with after she's hogtied it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
because I'm still attached to it and it's still
Okay.
shooting even
okay.
if it's its friend.
Give me, let's see, based on your skills, give me just give me an unarmed attack with that.
Okay, I beat it by 5.
That's, yeah, I mean, you've already would be doing that much damage, so yes, you take it, you pop it in the ground once, and
Okay.
between the two of you, it's completely incapacitated now.
But now I get more than one attack, right?
Yes, you do, because you're that character, I just remembered that.
Alright, then I'd like to do the same thing to another one of the
Wrap out
spider.
another one?
The spider
And
tummy
then just
guys.
smash them together, right?
Yep, you have 3 attacks?
I have 3 attacks.
I thought so. So go ahead and give me your rolls now for those 2 attacks.
Okay.
And are you doing that? Are you going to try and like that?
No, I want to like grab it and then like slam it down.
Okay, okay.
Or slam it into another one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is you want to
one.
grab 2 and smack
Yes.
them
The
together?
other one?
Yes.
So give me your unarmed attack. Give me 2 unarmed attacks, and assuming you get them both.
Yes, I beat 1 by 3.
Okay.
And then I beat 1 by 3.
Perfect.
2.
So that would be half damage normally, but now give me an additional. Give me your telekinetic slam attack as a bonus. I'm ready to say that you smack them together.
I beat it by 4.
Perfect. So you do. You whip, hit the 2, smack them together, and their little
Thank
lights
you.
indicating whether or not they're shut down or not. The little red light, of course. So those 4 have all been incapacitated.
How many more are there?
That's what we're about to discover.
Oh.
So tell me where everyone is right now.
Where we all are.
I know that Hex is in the room.
I was,
and
I mean, I jumped off clearly when she.
Yeah, but you're still in the room.
Yeah.
and I'm kind of around one of them because I swarmed
Oh, that's
it.
right, because you swarmed it and
So I'm
incapacitated
kind of
it
just
that
kind of
way. Yep.
And I'm definitely in the room since I walked in and got shot.
I think I'm like a door framing area.
Yeah, me and her are pretty much door
Hanging
framing.
at the door
her
frame. That's right.
tendrils
And I'm
coming
just-
past
yep,
me.
that's-
And I'm
Kind
just
of-
trying to stay as far forward as possible, so I'm their target.
And
That is
I'm
kind
figuring
of
that-
what I thought.
I'm kind of like this on the big guy here, so I've got
So
that extra
at
armor.
the same time, a couple things happen. From the bathroom. From the bathroom, 2 more bots come running out,
What were they doing in there?
and one of them at Bombshell at you.
At me.
Fires
I hope
off.
that wasn't the bidet.
Yeah.
The first one misses you.
Well, yeah, I'm in swarm form.
The second one
Your swarm just goes. Bzz.
does hit. And what this bot actually does is it has, instead of a central red fiery beam, this pulse just popped out of it.
Oh,
An electromagnetic pulse, as it
Ruh-roh.
were,
Ruh-roh.
which hit you, and actually you will not be able to make a defensive roll on this. But what it will do is it's going to
Nice
reboot your electronics,
Ooh.
which specifically in this case will take you out of swarm form
Okay.
and pull you
So,
back
like,
into one constituent
Gotcha.
character.
And
And then from the
Did not enjoy
bedroom,
that.
Oh, the
and then from the bedroom,
Did I take any damage?
that's all it did was just
Just
free you back in there.
congealed me. Okay.
Yep. I'm sorry. Well, no, because it doesn't matter because you were in swarm form. So yes, some of your nanowasps just got ripped to pieces. Doesn't
But
really
I'm like-
matter because of that annoying swarm. Good job on the build.
No problem, buddy.
Yeah. So what happens though is 4 more robots come out of the bedroom.
Bedroom, bathroom.
Correct.
No, we're-
And 2 of them, these ones don't seem to have anything beyond like their little power light. You know what I'm saying here? Like they don't have the bluish greenish that pulsed out at Bombshell. They don't have the red fiery heat damage thing that blew away Kid Titan earlier. These ones just seem to be kind of
Yeah.
you know, loosey-goosey robot fire thingies. And 2 of them come up to you, Kid, and just kind of hang in front of you like this.
what?
Like they're distracting me?
They're just doing this. It's just what they're doing.
Are they saying tee-hee, tee-hee?
They're just going like this. And then 2 more of them show up. They run at...
How big are these things?
what are they made
They
out of?
are height-wise, they're about this tall.
Oh.
And do they seem to be made up of like miscellaneous parts or very specifically
These are very
designed?
specifically designed. They're really well designed. And I apologize, my brain just locked up for what I was doing right there. From behind you 2, one of the neighboring doors bursts open, and 4 more bots pop out and start shooting blasts of energy down towards Lady Vale
They're
and towards
flanking
Riptide.
us.
Yes.
Of course.
So, Riptide, you can do stuff against ranged attack, can't you?
I do have ranged block, and
Okay.
since I have 2 points, I will.
So go ahead and give me your shot, or give me your thing.
I do that as an attack using my DCD. I'm gonna go ahead and use my 2 points just so I beat. Oh, it doesn't matter on defense because that's so I beat
Right.
it by 10-2.
Cool. So 1 shot does miss you. Out of those 4, so 1 fires off, misses. How many went at each of you? Defense. Okay. I need another defensive check. I'll need-
Nope, that one's gonna hit.
Okay, I'll need 1 more defensive check after that. This one blasts you for 50 points of heat damage and sends you into the room, pushing you forward.
How much?
you've got
I've got
knockback,
I've
but
got
don't-
16 points of immobility.
Okay, yeah. So you stay where you are.
Immovable.
You stay where
And
you
did
are.
how much? 50?
50.
Ouch.
No, that's 10 points.
And for you, Lady Vale,
Oh no, it's not.
I also need a defensive check, please.
Defensive check?
Yep.
Okay.
However-
I beat it by 3.
Cool. So it misses you as it fired
All
off.
of the armor is gone. And that
So
is
these
my
4 went
Done.
down the hallway, and then so 2 are squaring off with you and not doing anything, which is weird. And then 2 more of those same ones are now squaring off with you,
Oh,
Hex,
bring it. I got it.
and doing the same thing.
Oh, I'm
They're just
ready.
going like this.
Oh, I'm ready.
What is that?
It's just we'll find out.
Got a plan.
So then buffering goes off because that's a thing.
Gosh.
So buffering is the thing
gonna
where
get to
when
it.
you get hit by this, remember half of your thing will happen next time.
Why did I scan the first
4,
round?
5. So the first buffering target is going to be Hex. So Hex, in addition to that, you now please place yourself 1 point in between the middle and player, because remember it's a random thing.
There you go.
Perfect. So now on your next action, half of it will take place the next round. The next buffering will be on. Doesn't make sense for it to be on you. Doesn't make sense for it to be on you.
Really likes you that time.
Bombshell. The next one will be on you.
Oh, good. So
And you are going to put yourself all the way on Jenica.
Jenica's
Oh, that actually makes sense with what happened, kind of. She
It
gets
makes
zapped
no
and
Rebooted?
sense.
yeah, you get rebooted and Jenica's
So that is on the two
mind
of
takes
you.
over.
Well, there's those at least.
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
And
we
that's
still
it.
got
So
it.
there
Still
are
worry. Still
there
got
are a
this.
total, if you're keeping track, there are a total of 10 of these robot guys that are
And we
doing
still
their thing
have
right
to
now.
dance and make a song.
I know.
They're doing their thing.
All right.
I'm aware. I'm tracking all the things.
Very disturbing.
Imp hasn't sent me, or I'm Impartial hasn't sent me his stuff yet, or her stuff. I don't know, or Z stuff. But as soon as it comes through, then we will
Okay.
do the thing.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So it is from them. It is to Kid Titan.
Woohoo! All right, my friends. After scanning the area, how many have totally appeared?
10 are currently operational.
Okay.
4 are slumped on the ground.
And remind me if I'm wrong here. I took 75 the first hit,
Correct.
25 the second hit,
Correct.
and 50 the third hit.
Correct.
Okay. Groovy.
And it was in that order too. Good
So
job.
that means my armor is gone off of you.
You can always bring it back.
I can, but
We can just say it's still there because it wouldn't have gotten through my armor anyway.
oh, okay.
Uh,
And he's got some Zoe bonus points as well too.
Yeah, which I think I'm going to go ahead and use
Uh-huh.
for this hit. Because what I'm doing is a big old, like, double axe handle shockwave punch.
Cool. I like it.
Hacksaw.
Okay.
There's how many of these guys you said?
10.
There are 4. 2 of them are on you. 2 of them are elsewhere.
Oh, not in the room, right?
Right,
yeah.
there's 2 more that are down the stairs
or you're saying
behind
total?
us.
Total.
There are 4 in the hallway. There are 6 in the room. I understand what you're saying.
Great. I'll use my buff,
Okay.
and I will hit all of them.
Okay.
Electronic feedback through their circuits.
Yeah.
What's so hard they all
now,
die.
and I used my buff, so I'm going back to.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the kid.
Okay.
And I'll add 5 since I've got the +5. I'll use it on this roll. For a total of 7.
Which
-5 is 2.
Okay.
He
which
rolled
means
a
you
2.
beat your attack
So
roll.
it'll be my
by-
unarmed attack roll by 12.
Okay. So you're gonna hate this. I'm just gonna tell you now.
That's fine. I'm sure I will. I just blew all my buffs for the day.
So these guys who are scoring off with you they are basically defensive fighters, for lack of a better way of putting it. And so their whole mantra is to use their judo style. Their whole mantra is to use someone else's momentum against them. That's why they didn't.
Oh, that's
attack.
why I'm not hitting them directly.
Yes.
That's why I'm doing the shockwave punch.
Oh, that's what you're using your
Yeah, I'm
shockwave.
going-
Yeah.
Boom!
you're talking
Just hitting
about.
the
Okay.
ground and just hit all of them.
Okay, so then those 2 are good. So those 2 are good.
I'm on the ground floor for that very reason.
Okay.
I weigh
Good.
900 pounds on a regular day.
Okay, so one of the ones that was bothering Jenica, how many points of damage was that?
Is it double damage or 150% damage?
So you did more than 60 points of damage with your...
Oh, I did more than 200 points of damage.
Okay. So you did your shockwave, and one of the 2 that had been popping off on, now Jenica, Bombshell, with their electronic EMP stuff, just splinters and shatters and falls apart. The four who had been doing this thing beforehand,
They get defensive moves
They
anyway.
hop up out of the way, and they're good to go. And one of the other ones who tried to EMP doesn't get affected. But because you did blow so much of a wad on that shot, let's also see if you got any of the guys in the hallway.
Well, hacksaw.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yes, 2 of the guys who were down the hallway, because they didn't see what you were doing in the room and such, and you did your...
Is everything cool?
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
crap.
doing their little thing, and then they went, like they got blown to pieces by your wave of awesomeness.
Neat.
So there are only 2 in the hallway now. which is something you probably want to know. Well played. Riptide, it's on you now.
Since they're robots and the hydro actually attack of like boil people's blood is not gonna. Hydraulics? Do they look like they have hydro? Nah, screw it. The 4 points that was in hydro,
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch to massive damage as air condenses into water and then ice into these big hammers in front of my fist, and I'm gonna Superman punch the one right in front of me. Just
I like it.
crush him like a rock.
In this world, it's called a Titan Punch.
Oh, a Titan punch? Because if it's a Titan punch, I'm gonna do a rocket kick.
So you're going up to one of the ranged ones in the hallway?
Yeah, the ones that are just
go
down
for it.
from and I am going to beat by. Oh wait, it's up here. 15. 3, 4. But I will spend one of those 2 any points to make it a 5, so I get 100% damage.
Cool. That was something else I need to talk about. We'll talk about that later.
So my normal damage on the punch would be a punch, but I've got the super strength, which is 40 plus an additional 40, 90. It's 100 even.
100 points of damage?
100 points
Oh,
of
yeah,
damage.
you beat the crap out of that one. Yeah, it splinters apart and goes. It just explodes in a big cacophony of technology.
That was a good Titan Punch.
That wasn't rocket boots at all. We haven't used that for a while. I thought it'd bring it
Yeah, no, it hurts every time.
Bombshell, it's on you.
I am not currently Bombshell. I look
Jenica,
like
it's on
Bombshell,
you.
but I am not Bombshell.
And you are buffering, so
And
whatever
I'm
you do, half of
buffering.
it will happen next turn.
Kid Titan, what weapons do you keep in your office? We're in your office.
You mean
What
like
weapons-
guns?
Like guns, yes, or anything else, like a net.
I
would
have
be
a
useful.
baseball bat behind the door, and that's really just to show people I have a baseball bat behind the door. I don't like. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I haven't had.
All right.
People shoot me, and I just say, "Ouch."
These strange spider bots have eyes.
Yes.
Would the eyes be affected by chemicals?
What are you gonna do? Just tell me what you're gonna do.
I carry mace because I work in a prison, and I don't.
So you picked up some
So
mace for Bombshell at some point?
Shoot, no, Jenica has mace.
Yeah, it's gotta be whatever Bombshell has on her person. But if you did want, you could take that bat and try and swing it into the thing's eye.
Yeah, I would like to try. I don't know.
Punch her with your robot fists.
She can't access them right now. She's all the way.
I mean, I have them, but I don't.
Yeah.
I think
It's
I still have
great.
Jenica's strength.
No, you get
right
bombshell
now she's,
strength. You
she's-
you
no,
can't use
right
any
now
of her
she's
skills.
all the way over on the player ability. You do have some meta points you could use though if you wanted to not be
Oh,
there
I didn't
anymore.
know if because I was buffered, if I wasn't allowed to.
No,
this
you can still
round.
do it. You can still do it.
Then I'm
Yeah.
just gonna.
I was wondering why you weren't
Two of
doing
them.
anything.
I'm gonna take young at heart and just go where I want to be.
Yeah, go there.
Oh, you're gonna use that instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well done.
And what
Yeah, I was
then-
wondering why you were thinking that through so hard. I'm like,
Because
just
I thought I was stuck
use
there.
the thing. Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so now I'm back to Bombshell, and I'd
Yeah.
like to, since I'm using the Young at Heart to move where I want to go, I also want to use it to have the 3 points for each of the 3
penalties, right.
thingies. How many of them are left?
There are 5 in the room with you right now,
Okay.
and 1 in the hallway.
I want to, and 1 in the hallway.
Yep.
I want to go to the hallway one and not only disable it, but I want to control it. Because it's a computer-based
I
form,
see what you were
and
doing.
I want to control it.
I did not anticipate that. Screw it. Yeah, sure. Give me, what do you got there, Jenica? Or
I have computer
Bombshell, you
control
got computer.
systems in my powers.
Yeah, give me a roll. Give me a mind check. Actually, I guess it'd be a soul check, but it's the same thing.
Either way, I beat it by 2.
Okay. Let's give it a defense.
If I'm just going based on that 10 right there, then I beat it by 2.
I actually really rolled like poo on that defensive check. So yeah, sure. You are able to temporarily hack into this thing and take it over, the one in the hallway. So did you send your whole swarm down there to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You've got control of the ranged dude in the hallway, and then you were using your buff to tack on who?
All the 3 of the remaining.
Okay,
Guys
so I'm
in
going
the
to say
living
then that it's,
area.
just to make my life easy, I'm going to say it's, all 3 of them are the judo-style dudes.
Okay. They have now they have -3 to their stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Good. So that would be Hex. It's on you now.
I'm gonna use a meta point.
Okay.
you, Chad.
This could be a huge mistake.
That's what makes it fun.
Yep. I'm moving back all the way over to Rosie. Now, Chris, I know I'm buffering this time, but oh wait, no shit, I didn't want to do that. I want to stay here. I didn't use the point. Never mind. Shit, sorry.
No, I was enjoying the accent coming back.
No,
I missed
it'll
it.
still be here because I'm on this side. Now I get 2 attacks, but I'm buffering, so I assume that means my first attack will go off, and my second one will be next time.
Correct. So next turn you can have.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now I want you to go with me on this. I want you to go with me on this.
Yeah.
All right, now these
Now I'm catching when you're throwing. You just tell me.
these are spiders, right?
Yep.
All right, now Rosie's got some animal training, so I want to do some spider whispering. And I'm gonna slow come up to them. We're gonna have a little animal spider time. I'm gonna
these are robot spiders.
They just go with me on it, Chris. But they act like spiders. There's got to be something in there.
And they're programming.
They've been shockwaved. They're all rattled. They're a little scared. They don't know. So
Why are you trying to appeal to the robot's emotions?
we're gonna
Give
become,
me a.
oh, I'm not done. Okay.
Give me.
She has more things.
I do.
Okay, what's the rest of the thing?
So we're gonna become friends, and then if Lady Vale is kind enough to give me some of her stuff, I'm just gonna lasso little ropes around them. I'm gonna stand 1 foot on each one, and I'm gonna be able to walk them like they're my. I'm a,
Like the guy straddling the horses.
like.
yeah, like 1 foot
Like
on
he's
each.
riding, like she's riding a worm.
And they're
Dune.
in
Right,
my
that's
control,
exactly what I
and they'll do what I want.
She's Pied Pipering
So now
the
we've
spider
gone from
bots.
David Bowie's codpiece to Sting's codpiece.
I guess so.
Dude, Gold LeMay, I hate that part of the
Okay.
that movie. Was Patrick Stewart was awesome.
That was great.
That movie was awesome.
Oh my gosh, I had a friend in junior high or elementary school who had his favorite movie. We used to watch it every time I went to his house.
That would make me hate any movie.
Time
I
for
hate that
Dune.
movie.
So you want to tame the
Yeah,
robot
screw it.
spider?
Okay.
Robot,
I do. I
okay,
want to
robot
tame them.
spiders.
I want to tame
Okay,
them.
I'm impartial. I got your message.
See-
It's all kosher. We will use it. Thank
It's
you.
things like this that make me want to download Tinder.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
don't cry on
yes.
camera. Don't
you can
cry
do
on
this somehow. Give me. Okay, here's what I want. I want a animal wrangling or similar. What's Rosie got?
Animal training is
Well,
cool.
first,
Give me
spider whispering.
I got it. Give me an animal training roll from Rosie.
Excellent, and I'm going to use my Rosie buff.
Uh huh.
Please.
Yeah. Give me
Okay,
that.
we'll get through this.
Why won't they take my game
All right, which gives me +4, right?
Yes. 5.
Oh, plus 5.
Plus 5. Yeah. And you can put yourself wherever you want on the spectrum.
Okay, so that is 12, which would be a success, but it's +5, so I beat it by 5.
Okay, great. And then please also give me a power usage roll from Hex Destiny.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna ask you for a haiku this time
Oh, okay.
Oh, where he's going
Oh,
with
from
this.
Hex-
because you are
That's
blending
gotta be
Rosie's abilities and Hex's abilities in this insane asinine idea.
Sympathetic magic.
It's only
It
asinine
works.
if it does
Power
not work.
usage. Okay.
2d12 plus 2.
Yeah, I know. So, okay, so that's 11 plus 2, 13, so I beat it by 6.
Yes. You managed to blend
Spider whisper.
I don't even know how the hell you did it, but somehow, yes, you
It
convinced
worked.
these spider robots
here.
to pause long enough for you to do what again?
Well, they're on my side. They think of me as Mama Spider
Yeah,
now.
okay, sure. Why not?
Can they say mama?
They have a hive
That
mentality.
would be great if they could just Mama.
No,
Yeah.
they can't say mama.
But then, and I assume
Mama.
she just gave me a
Mama.
little bit of a
Sure, they
rap
start
and-
saying that. It's
No,
obnoxious, but they keep saying that.
I got 'em.
Climb up on the wall and give them my.
I got one foot on each head, and they're wrapped up,
Like brains.
just
you
like
know.
reins.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Along with it.
I'm loving it. Okay, yeah. And then you gonna do anything else with them? You just got them like that?
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm
gotta buff-
buffering,
yeah,
so
you're
I
buffering.
assume I whisper them, and then the next round
But now I'm attached to them and I don't have a buffer.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You
okay.
got 2 extra.
So that is gonna go then to Lady Vale. It's on
Oh,
you.
can I do that?
I
Can
don't
I take off pieces of my wrap, or is it attached to me?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I was,
Okay,
can
so
just
she
take
has
off a
them.
piece, so it's
Yep.
yeah.
So Lady Vale, what would you like to do now?
They're all spider whispered.
No,
No, just the two.
Just
Just
the two.
Just the
There's
Okay.
two.
two left.
Well,
We had to put some limits on the chaos. So.
Sure. Lady Vale feels inspired, actually, by Rosie, and
Oh my god.
crawls up like a spider
Yeah, you have brachiation. Yeah, I see it.
to the ceiling
Uh huh.
and looks down. And I'm going to like Spider-Man in this instance,
Yeah.
but not like Spider-Man any other time. It's like Lady Vale any other time.
Yes, yes.
Get the 2 more. There's 6 of them.
Yes.
Okay. And for my first attack, I want to smash them together again, but from
Yep.
the ceiling, so it's a cool like.
So you're trying to attack 2 of them that way?
Yes.
The 2 that she has, or to the other 2?
Another 2.
Okay, yeah, there are.
She's doing her thing.
There are some others in the room, so give me your attack rolls.
Okay. I beat the first one by 5.
Okay, this one failed the first, and the second one did succeed.
Okay.
So one of them you did wrap.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Great. Then I'd like to do it one more time.
Okay,
Where I have one more attack.
you have one more attack. You can try the other one again. I'm gonna tell you now that one succeeded on its defensive check. So
Oh,
That would have been really
but
good.
I beat it by.
I think Chris needs some sort of win right now. The players are out of control. Hashtag Meta Meltdown.
That's the
Love
way
a
to go.
spider.
That's the way to go.
I beat it by 9.
Let's get away with that kind of crap.
I beat it by 9
Ever.
though.
the same thing happens the other way around. I've
Okay.
nailed some successes that you guys have wiped off the table.
Okay, well I'm
So,
gonna stay here on the ceiling.
I like it. So you do have one cot. So you're constricting that one, or what are you doing? You're just hitting it with the.
You
I was
wanna,
hitting it into another one.
do you make
Okay,
maybe
so
she misses and
so
whacks
the
it
way
into
that
a
would
wall?
work is that you are able to go down and wrap one of them. You said the first one you succeeded by was 4, I believe.
Yeah, 5.
5. Okay, so that is 54 points of damage. That is not enough to drop that one, but it is still very beaten up.
Okay. Hopefully it's not doing this too high anymore. Maybe it's like this now.
Yeah. So one of those 4 robots is not looking all that great.
All right. Staying up.
Oh wow, craziness. Okay, so that brings us back up to the bad guys,
Bad guys.
of which there are still several, even though some of them are having a really weird time in life right now. So the ranged blaster and taken over, so I can't do that right now because you've got a round of that. So what the hell? Let's use the other Meta Meltdown that they just gave us.
Don't forget all the judo bots, or do they only fight defensively?
They do have an offensive attack, but it's not quite as useful. And I was
One of
waiting to
them's
see
held
if you
by
would
her.
attack it. What do I get?
Oh, 1.
A 1.
Because I've already determined I'm just not going to hit these guys.
So everyone is going to swap their identities 1 space to the side.
Identity.
Alright, okay, so you're Hex.
Oh!
Oh, I haven't been.
Which means you're Hex and Rosie right now.
I'm Rosie right now.
I'm super bummed.
Perfect.
You're strong.
I'm strong.
And you've got 10 ranks of massive damage and 10 ranks of massive
Okay,
strength.
so what is going to happen then is those 2 robots can still attack. So, Kid, 2 of the judo-style robots are going to attack you then.
Okay.
All right. I forgot about that.
Bring it on.
Just did that.
Bring it on.
You've just, like 5 seconds, Chris.
I know.
It's pretty crazy around here,
Too
man.
early to forget. Early onset
crazy.
dementia.
So 4 of them did attack you.
Okay, sure.
I don't think it's going to matter because
No.
of the way you're.
They can't even move him right now.
So they whip off some really fancy judo-style hits. And yeah, it's just it. It's like it's 20, 20, 20, 20.
What if I'm trying to hit toss you and just...
It just doesn't matter because you can't be moved at the moment. The other electrical cattle proddy guy is going to cry a little bit inside. Lady Vale, you're up on the ceiling, so I'll take a shot at you, and that is going to be a giant friggin' miss. Yeah, that's what they can do right now.
Oh, Lady Vale's this one.
Lady Vale's over there.
Yep, so that's them. Kid Titan, it's on you.
Okay. So we have, what do we have left?
Gotta be angrier.
I'm trying really hard with this deep voice.
Since when do I have a deep voice?
Deeper than mine. Anyway, who's left? Who do I gotta fight?
There's these 2 guys right in front
There's
of
2
you.
guys in front of you, judo style.
They're like
spider
grabbing
bots.
onto you as hard as they can.
Yeah.
Okay, but they use my attacks against me.
They
because
try to.
They try to,
Just
but I'm very strong.
ignore them and hit somebody
Yeah.
else.
You can also attack them because technically you shouldn't know that. That's actually player knowledge.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's right.
But this
Okay.
is the metaverse.
I'm very strong. Can I take each one
Remember when
by
you tamed those
a
robots?
an arm and whack them together a la Lady Vale?
Yeah, absolutely, you can do that.
I would like to do that.
I think he only gets 1 attack though.
He does.
But you can just pop 1 in the face and drop it. So give me your roll. Give me your roll.
Where am I on my spectrum?
You're exactly where you were.
Great.
Oh, shite.
8. And my unarmed attack is a 14, so I beat it by 6.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big hit. Powered up, damage. Yeah, you put your fist straight through that bot's. It's actually, I mean, it really is wrapped around your arm pretty much.
But now you have a spider boxing glove.
Yeah.
There's an electrical cattle prod spider. And no system shock. I think we have to fix that hashtag system shock.
System shock, thank you, chat. Let's throw that in the mix, too. That's what a D6.
Sure, you guys remember the rules when it's not our turn.
D6.
4.
4. Everyone goes to the middle on the spectrum.
Okay, but we're still the other person?
Yeah.
Correct.
It's middle for the other person, yeah.
Yep. Well played, chat. Well played.
Yeah, well played.
Done well.
So that was Kid Titan. Riptide.
Oh, hey, that's me. Okay, so I've got all of this stuff happening. Oh, I'm gonna punch another one of these guys with my big hammy ice fist.
Sounds good.
But this time I'm going to elongate it into a spear as to kebab the spider through his laser hole.
Okay, cool.
His laser hole.
Yeah, I called it a laser hole.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, his laser hole.
That's how Riptide rolls.
True. That's what I
Go
said.
ahead, go for it.
Okay, let's see. What do I have to? I guess it's a. What kind of an attack is it?
That's,
Oh, right there. It's right there.
It's, yeah.
15 is what I'm going for. Ah, I made it by 1.
Okay. You do successfully take your fist of ice and you slide it throughout, and you skewer the unfortunate bot that had been attacked by Lady Vale earlier. That she had not fully incapacitated, and with 2 of your attacks combined, that one also shuts down.
So now Riptide has a spider ice club, and Kid Titan has a spider boxing glove.
Correct.
Okay.
That moves us to Bombshell. You are now controlling the blasting bot that's in
I've controlled the
hallway.
blasting bot, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. By controlling the blasting bot, have I taken it over?
Yes, for 1 round.
Excellent. I would like to make it speak to the other spider bots and tell them to cease and desist. These are not our enemies, they are our friends, and we should stop all conflict with them.
That's a very Bombshell thing to say, I will give you credit for. You also have control of this bot if you wanted to just blast the crap out of them.
Maybe we should wait to see if they agree with you.
I would like to talk to them first. Diplomacy.
They will not respond to your diplomacy.
Excellent. In that case, I will walk over to one of them and destroy them.
Okay, so give me a 2d10. Give me a roll.
On 2d10?
Yep.
We'll take it.
So is that 11? Yeah, 11.
Okay, so that is enough because of where their ACV is. I'm not going to tell you where it is because you might see these guys again someday. But that is enough to fire off and blast one of the 2 that's been hogtied by Lady Vale from earlier. And it can't roll a defensive check because it's been hogtied by Lady Vale. So you do fire off with the blaster of it and destroy it.
That is 1 more down. That means we have less to fight.
Which you also now have 1 more attack because that was actually the second half of Bombshell's action from last turn, was to take over that bot and use it.
I will turn to the closest next bot.
Yes.
And I will also blast it to smithereens.
Okay, that
Soon
would be
we
the
will
other
have
one.
victory,
That would be the other one that she has roped, so you could fire that off.
That is an 11 again.
That would also be enough to shoot that one and blast it into pieces.
Robots are annoying, but are effective.
The only remaining bot then is going to be the one that you are. No, I'm sorry. There is still one more. There's one more EMP bot, and there is the one that you've got right now. So
Is it Hex on 2 of them?
Rip?
Yeah.
No, he got one of them with his fisty.
No, I mean Hex. Wasn't Hex standing on 2 of them?
Yes,
Fire
they
was-
both just got shot. Oh, that's right. You had 1. You had 2.
Yeah.
I got so confused. How could I get confused by this show? That's weird.
That's weird.
That doesn't make
That's so
sense.
weird.
Hex has
Yes,
those
there's still
too.
the one that Lady Vale is holding. It was actually the 2 that Hex was controlling that just got shot.
Oh, by Bombshell.
Correct. So now it's Hex's turn. One is being controlled by, or one is being bound by Lady Vale, and Bombshell is controlling one of the bots. What would you like to do, Hex?
I'm Hex.
Yes.
Can I want to use, can I use meta points and move Hex over?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how many you want.
How do you
2.
want? 2? Okay.
Okay. I would really like to utilize my magic powers obviously, because I'm
Okay.
nature. And I want to make the spiders go away.
Okay.
I'm just
You
over
got a
them.
haiku for me?
Yeah, I do.
Of course you do.
You seem really great, but I don't like arachnids. Go away, spiders.
Yeah.
I counted with my finger.
I don't like arachnids.
No, that's the
No,
arachnids.
But
is
I
you
don't like
seem really
But-
great.
You seem really great, but
I don't like arachnids.
Yes.
Well
Go away,
played.
spiders.
And you gave me your roll?
Yes. Oh.
Was that two?
Yeah. So I must have beaten it by.
4 power usage to beat by 15.
Oh, I beat it by 15.
Fantastic.
So
yeah.
I hope those spiders feel like they're unwanted because they are.
And because you rolled so well on that, actually, and with your magical aura abilities and all that sort of stuff, as you do that and you do just make them vanish and go away, you become momentarily aware of the fact that there are magical auras emanating from the bathroom and from the bedroom.
There are magical auras emanating from the bathroom and the
Bedroom.
bedroom.
Which,
you for
Lady
that
Vale,
information.
on your
Thanks.
turn, if you like, you can check that out.
Which one's closer, the bedroom or the bathroom?
Bathroom.
The bedroom has more fabric in it, though.
You look inside and you see a magical portal
Ah.
What?
that they were apparently coming through. You're smart enough to know that. And as you're watching, it goes and disappears.
They went away.
And you're out of initiative.
And there are any
Or
other...
you've still got the one that Bombshell's controlling. I'm going to just assume that you deal with it one way or the other.
Oh, because my...
Oh, no,
I-
it disappeared. I'm sorry. It disappeared.
all of them disappeared?
They all disappeared.
They all went away.
Back to our old avatars?
To be the host.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
At the end of the round?
So go ahead and just set those ones away.
Okay.
You're back to your standard avatars now.
Yeah.
4 minutes.
And we owe a dance and a
Okay,
song.
so what did we all learn from that? First of all, spiders
Suck.
ruin my office very easily. Second,
We're being watched.
by robots, technological robots. I scanned them very thoroughly,
Like-
but they came in through magic portals.
Who does that sound like to you?
Nobody! That sounds like nobody. That sounds like bad guys working together.
Right.
That could be your grandfather. That could be Lazarus. That could be Ezekiel the Undying. There's like a laundry list of guys that could be with magic. I'm sorry. It's really upsetting that it came right into my office.
I
It's where I
did.
sleep.
I was.
Sleep in your office?
There's a bedroom.
Maybe.
I was.
I get death
like,
threats at happen.
I was in part of their interface, so I have all of the data that I gathered from inside of the SpiderBot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, need a new office. It's okay.
This one was.
You guys come by anytime. This is
And
great.
it's really weird. I feel like we should dance. It's
This is
odd.
bullshit.
we
Somebody's
also have to
trying
write
get
a
us off the
song.
show.
Yeah,
we
that's
can
the one.
dance
And
while you write your song.
as you are guys having your conversation about everything that just occurred, there is a knock at the door. The door is wide open.
Right.
Someone knocks, and I'm assuming you look over, and you see standing there a woman in her late 30s or so, wearing a superheroed out version of a police uniform. So it's definitely dressed like a police officer.
Like a Halloween?
But what?
I was
So, like,
picturing a
not-
Halloween costume.
Yeah, not like a stripper costume or anything like that.
No,
but
it's-
she looks very
The little
powerful
bunny
and,
cop
and
on
that
it.
sort of thing. And Hex, you immediately know that this is your former, or excuse me, Hex, Kid Titan. You immediately recognize this as your former Radicals teammate, Blue Streak.
Blue streak. Yeah.
And she looks at you and says, "I like what you've done with the place.
Yeah, I've been redecorating for the last 5 minutes. Good to see you.
Good to see you too." And none of the rest of you have any idea who this is.
Did you guys used to kiss?
There was that game of Spin the Bottle when I was 13. Hey, you want to come in or should I come downtown?
I take it you got my note?
I figured that was you.
We should talk.
Great, come in. These guys are cool.
She walks in, and we fade to black. On another episode of Masters of the Metaverse, where we have 1 minute and 20 seconds.
To dance and sing?
We'll be a little late. It'll be fun. We can do this. We can do this. So, I want to say thank you to everyone in chat for your support, for
Yes,
everything
thank
you did. We did apparently unlock at least 1 golden waffle, so we're going to do that. Hopefully next week we can get to 2 again, because that was fun. We have to dance to the theme song, and the
Yes.
song we've been given. You want to do jazz or reggae?
I'll do reggae, because I
Reggae.
can play that if I have to.
Okay, so we're going to do reggae. And this is for I'm Impartial. And then I'm Impartial is torn between Silver Surfer and Dr. Fate.
Okay.
So we can do both. And the thing that was scary was the movie The Mummy and the Scarabs.
That's fair.
So if you want to just kick up the song, we just dive on in.
Yeah, if you guys want to start dancing now, I'll just get this ready.
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
So
QQ, can you give us the dance music?
Warm up.
Thank you.
Awkward. Or Fate. Dark Fate.
Masters of
Oh yeah.
Masters of the manners that travel time and space and stuff. Control them, reroll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't love. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Not on the winds of the singing boys. Masters.
I'm not gonna stand in for him on that one. Mainly because my butt's below the table and it wouldn't do any good.
You promised to.
This is the breakdown. I'm gonna swing a little.
Oh, there it is. I'll down to it.
Excellent.
Thank you, Chad.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go for Impartial.
So you're gonna do this one all solo?
I wasn't planning on it. No, are you?
Okay,
Are
yeah.
you going to help with this?
Absolutely, I'll join in. We'll have
Okay,
words.
so what style?
I'm Impartial. You said reggae.
Reggae. Got it.
And he said, he or she is, or whatever is saying either Silver Surfer or Dr. Fate. I'm gonna go Dr. Fate just because.
Because you know who that is?
Nope. I grew up on DC, sorry.
Dr. Fate is DC.
I grew up on video games, sorry.
Blue guy, gold mask, you know.
Oh, that one! That's Dr. Fate.
Fate.
Yeah,
Gold Mask. See, he's kind of
Yes, sir.
he's the Doctor Strange of the DC universe.
Let's do it. We can do this.
Okay, so reggae.
Yeah.
Our usual reggae. Oh wait, let's see. Hold on. Here we go.
Hey. Oh yeah, I say hey. Have you seen the guy Dr. Fate?
Yeah, Dr. Fate.
Hey. Oh yeah, I said hey. Dr. Fate, he's okay and he sings reggae.
He's a Lord of Order. He's a Lord of Fate. And if he ever saw a mommy, he'd run away because he don't like the scarab.
They bug him.
Oh, they eat you from the inside out, and that's why I'm impartial.
So impartial.
This is the outro to our show.
Thank you, everybody in chat, so much. We're here at 3 p.m. every Saturday. Check us out, zombieorpheus.com, Facebook, and Twitter, and all those fun things. On behalf of everyone here at Hyper RPG, we all say thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.
See you next week, everybody. Take care.
Bye.